Welcome to Ventreville, a cure for sorrow. Let's go in. Chapter selection. Oh, we only have one chapter, right? Because it's a demo. Orvin Zanry. You're late. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, is that a rat? I'm here now. We cannot do anything about the past. You say that as if this is the first time you've been late. But never once have you been on time. I should take my business elsewhere. So be it. I need nothing from you, and I doubt you will find a vendor as accommodating as me. We need the shipment to have more flavor. You're sure these have been steeped for longer? You can check the wooden crates. Delivery exactly as ordered. Then that is all. I will see you next month, at dawn. I shall come when I come, Scion. Careful with the name. Careful with the name, M. Has what little left of your brain rotted to the point of stupidity? Oh? Oh! It is a very dangerous and stupid thing to bite the hand that feeds you. You'll regret this. You will respect me, or you will fear me. Choose either, but if you choose fear, you may lose your tongue. You're scum. I get things done. What do you do? Scurry back to your master. Alright. I will be waiting. Grandma, you know I love you, and you know I love to hear your voice, but you don't have to call me first thing in the morning every day. Oh, this is funky. This reminds me of something. What does this remind me of? It reminds me of a painting. Orvin, it's been a month of this, and I can't be good for you. Everyone else in Germanon is sleeping. There isn't anything for you to do after the call. You can't be waking up at 4:30 a.m. just to make sure that I haven't slept through my alarm. Oh, wait. I'm fully 18. You're a baby. Yeah, I know, Grandma. I'll always be your little boy, and you'll always be my favorite person in the world. It kind of feels like he was talking to me just then because I'm old. Even more than Rhett of Avidine? Avidine? You know, it's not even a competition. You're my one and only, always. I love talking to you too, Grandma. But I think we can probably talk after my shift so you can get your full 8 hours of beauty sleep. Not that you need it, I know. I gotta go. I love you. I'll call you before I go to bed, okay? We're gonna start our new nightly routine so you're not waking up at the crack of dawn anymore. Bye, Grandma. Love you. What do I do for work? She's going to call me tomorrow morning. Alright, time to take off. It's time to make a difference. Time to set a new product line PR. New production line PR. Oh, I work in a factory? Well, a good world starts with goodness in me. I don't know about that one. I don't know what this person's personality is like, so I don't know which one's the right answer. So let's go. Time to set a new production line personal record, I guess. Today's the day I beat Herb's record. Sure, he's still a dozen bottles ahead of me, but I'll never pass him if I don't believe I can. It might be unfounded, but confidence is good. The best thing about waking up so early is passing all the cafes and bakeries. True, it smells nice early in the morning. Like the sunrise is always beautiful, but the bakeries, this is their time. Mrs. Langtree, good morning. Honey, if you get here any earlier, you'll be stuck sitting outside of the factory. I know you want to get here as early as you can, but I'm telling you, I start at 5 a.m. on the dot and I won't come a minute earlier. Do you understand me? Or you could just give me your key. Haha, my dear, you are way too young to have what? My dear, you are way too young to have work be your life. Ah. I agree, but also, what else do they have, Grandma? But I do enjoy our morning conversations. You're such a sweet boy. I'll help you with the second floor and the basement. I know you said your knees were acting up last week. Orvin, you gotta save some of that energy for later. Your Mr. Avidine is coming today. But the results of the review are in tomorrow? Indeed, they are. But you know how we didn't do so well in the past couple of times? Oh? We didn't do well? Yeah, I heard the man failed us twice before. I guess he would have heard about it, yeah? Yeah, I mean, the man is always trying to keep the little people down, right? It's not the man. It's the apothecaries doing the scientific and safety review for our product. Oh. We're not against some inscrutable enemy here, child. I think Mr. Avidine knows that the past can weigh on our hearts, so he might say a couple of words to help us keep our chins up. Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm sure that Mr. Gungand has been working as hard as we have. There's doubt. Are you worried, Mrs. Langtree? The only thing I'm worried about is you losing your spirit, child. Like overworking themselves? Come on, honey. Let's get this place pretty for the boss man. What are we making? I see glasswork. Oh, Orville. What happened? Huh? Herb, you're early. Oh, this is Herb? And somehow, no matter how early I am, you always seem to beat me. You might as well sleep here, Orville. You gotta rein it in. When I meet her, your grandma's gonna kill me if I don't get you in check. I'm pretty sure Mrs. Langtree told me how early I'm allowed to come up to the factory. I should try to use my quick wit to get it right. Though if I use my quick wit, I have to answer quickly. And if I get it wrong, I know Mrs. Langtree will be pissed since she just told me the time she clocks in. Maybe I should play it safe and not try? What to do? Quick wit. Nice, let's get it. But I have to get this right or Mrs. Langtree will think I don't listen to what she's saying, and she'll harp on this for the rest of the week, 5 a.m. That's it. Mrs. Langtree won't get here a moment earlier than 5 a.m., and neither will I. That's right. I don't want to see your big old eyes any sooner than 5 a.m., no matter how cute they are. Also, I've been wondering. What? Why are you Orvo, and why is Herwin Herb? You both have such handsome names. You should use them. Tell her, Herb. Well, we didn't come up with these names, did we, Orvo? You know how Miss Audici? Oh, say no more. I should have known. I don't understand how Wilhelmina gets it wrong when you are speaking your name to her. It's not as if she's reading it. Okay. Don't... I feel a little called out there. Good morning, compatriots. Here we go again. Odishe. What an absolutely gorgeous day for Mr. Avidine to grace me with his presence. I'm pretty sure he's gracing the factory, no? It's like the Sovereign Father coming to meet the Holy Mother, destined, fated, oh my lord, intended, doomed. Couldn't manage is right there. And that's all these old ears can take for today. See you, Orvo and Herb. See you later, Mrs. Langtree. See ya, Mrs. Langtree. The young lads, Herb and Orbo. Oh, you gotta upgrade it. Pff, Orbo. Good morning, Miss Odishe. Odishe? You look really pretty today. Why is that the noise that he makes? Why, thank you, young Orbo, for noticing my deliberate choice in attire, for it was specifically chosen to be noticed by the wondrous Mr. Avidine. Who the hell is Mr. Avidine? Surely today will be the day he sees my visage and falls in love as I have with him. Oh my god. Isn't Mr. Avidine married? Oh! Dude, we do not speak of that witch here. Lady, you got problems. That harlot has him by the throat, but I know that she's secretly stealing from him everything he has. Well, she's stealing something from him. Like his money? But don't they live together? With their kids? Oh, man has a family. If only it were just his wealth, you silly child. She is taking his life. You know what the bitch of it is? If she's actually correct. Right now, she seems dramatic, but you know. Oh, I like her shirt though. She's tapped. Like the blood-sucking vampire she is, she will steal his life away. Okay. Okay. His life would be best spent with me because you're not gonna suck the life out of him, right? She's taking his future and his happiness and his fulfillment. I am sure she's fulfilling. They have kids, no? I don't sound like that, do I? You're good, you're good. We should probably go, Orvo. It's way too early for this. I thought it'd be Orbo. I can't keep up with this lady. We'll take her first attempt and we stick with it. Take me to his arms and say, Wilhelmina, you look lovely today as you do every day. There is no moment when my mind is not thinking about you, and I will respond likewise, and that will be the indicative that we have been of the same mind this entire time. It is love. It has always been love, and finally my sister will look at me with envy, as I have the most respected and valued man in the worldwide city beside me. Oh, whole city, sorry. It is my destiny. It has always been my destiny. There is no wasted time, only time waiting for perfection to coincide. There is no possibility of dying alone. There is only patience for the future. With enough time, I'll be married to Rhett Avadine. I'll be the mother of the church. Mother of the church? And surely when people see my potential, they will have no other choice but to make me mayor. What? In their awe, how can people not surrender themselves to me? Wilhelmina, the star of your future begins. Oh my god. Wow, I want whatever she's having. What is that? Work ball. Oh, we're munching? What are we eating? Ah, I love food. You should really eat breakfast. You're always so hungry in the morning. You should really eat breakfast. You should really eat before you work. But I love sleeping. Herb is a mood. I can't believe you get up early and you cook all your meals by yourself. And they're not even like sandwiches, bro. They're actual meals. Yeah. Because you're hungry in the morning. It just takes practice. You should help your mom cook. You've got that sense though. Like you know what a dish needs to taste good. I don't have that. Salt and pepper minimum, usually. I'm telling you, it's all practice. True. Trust me, I've had a lot of time to get used to spices and seasoning. Bro, you're 2 years younger than me. When did you have the time? Different upbringing, having to learn. Orvin, you good? You fidget with your legs whenever you're nervous. Ah, sorry. I just wasn't super active as a kid. So when I was in bed, my grandma would give me food and I'd guess what she put in there as a game. My grandma is super good at cooking, so it was really hard in the beginning because of how many spices she'd use. Dang, you get breakfast in bed? No wonder you love your grandma. Yeah. He wasn't very active as a child, like he was sick? She's the best. Oh, we're back. Mrs. Langtree, how were you? How were your mornings? How were your mornings? How were your mornings? How were your mornings? That You know, sweaty for working in a hot shop. You'd think for a factory that used to make elixirs, there'd be an easier, more magical way to blow glass. Sometimes basics. Or at least a way to keep us from getting sweaty, AC. What you need is cool towel around your neck. No need for any weird magic when there's water and towels. Magic isn't weird, you're just jealous you can't do any. Of who? You can't do it either. Do you think I can be the best glassblower and not be able to work with elixirs and potions? You can do magic? Hi, Bear. So I might not be able to do magic, but I can sure as hell contain it. I guess. Blowing glass isn't easy. Good work, boys. Aren't you excited to see Mr. Avadine, Mrs. Langtree? Child, he's just a man. But if he's coming to say we're getting raises, I'd gladly join Wilhelmina in her fan club. Just wait till you hear him speak, Orvin. He's always well-spoken and proper. Okay. Very boss-like. That's true. I'm surprised he never wanted to do anything with politics, honestly. Who is this man? He's got the oration for it. Why are you so excited, Orvin? He's kind of what I want to be when I grow up. I was really helped by him when I was younger. He's even known in Germanon. Isn't it cool to be that influential? I don't know. I was really helped by him when I was younger. Is that true? I don't know. He really helped me out when I was young. How so? I needed medicine as a kid, so to be able to provide that back to people who needed it, like me, has always been my dream. Ah. Sweet child. That's awesome, dude. You're going to need to lift if you want to have people look at you like people look at Mr. Aberdeen. I know. I'm doing your routine, alright? Just do cardio too. I just do cardio too. It'll be bigger if you cut cardio out. This is true. No shot, dude. I don't need to stop cardio. You need to start cardio. No. Oh my god, this lady. Hey, this is the guy from the start. Mr. Gungand? Everyone. Yes? Ahem. This is Mr. Avadine? Okay. Why is there whispering? Hi, Mora. You for your daily snack. Thank you all for bearing with me and my little talks. I know you have better things to do than listen to me. I know some of you might not know me, and as the one asking you to do what you're doing on the daily, I thought it only right to introduce myself. It is my pleasure to have such talent working for me. Ooh, waffles. I'm Rat Everdeen, but I know there's much to do and little time to do it. As you all know, tomorrow we will once again receive the results of the apothecary's review for the clearance of Remedium. What is Remedium? And I just wanted to say that I am proud of you. I'm proud of all of you. You are no ordinary man. And I do not mean man in the defining terms of male and female, I mean it with the collective power of our entire species behind it. And even amongst the grand populace, you are no ordinary man. For the ordinary man is a coward, polluted by cynicism and masked with a proud sneer. They see man striving towards the boundless sky, and they place themselves above us. They place themselves with the gods, but they are helpless and powerless in shaping the fate that awaits them. Is he a pastor? Because he said the other day he said something about like being head of the church. Though they see themselves on par with divinity, they refuse to risk or tempt or touch the divine power that the gods have bestowed upon us. They refuse to risk failure, and they refuse to risk greatness. But you are no ordinary man, and I know we are not against any ordinary foe. We stand against the bellowing and unkind force that is nature. This plague is decisive and cruel. There's a plague? It does not spare, and it does not relent. And so the answer to my fate in defeating this foe cannot come from what, but my unshakable resolve comes from the answer of who. Who are the ones in administration making the hard decisions? It is Scion Gungard, it is Miss Williamina Odyssey. Yeah, speaking about this guy is a little suspect, no? Oh my god. Who are the ones in the laboratory whose sharp minds push against the boundaries of what we know science to be? It is... I didn't even realize there were this many lab technicians. Who are the ones in manufacturing whose strength and dexterity mold the future? It is, don't tell me, Mrs. Sage Langtree, Herwin Tambor, and our newest member. He knows me? Orvin Zanri. It is to all of you I ask this. Who can bear the weight of the sky? Only the tallest of men. You are no ordinary man. You are the tallest of men. The tallest of men. And let us be reminded that the answer as to why we do this is not a what, but also a who. This feels very... You feel like a politician. You're very fake. It is not for the glory, the money, or any political power. I feel like you're lying. We do this for our mothers and fathers, our wives and our husbands. We do this for our children and grandchildren. For the future of humanity. We risk failure. But know this, tallest of men, our victory is assured. Those who deride and mock our efforts do not realize that it is not a question of whether, but when. So perhaps we fail to be approved again. Perhaps we fail 10 times, 100 times to be approved. This will not stop our relentless efforts because my unshakable resolve is in you, O tallest of men. You might... I wonder if he knows the other lady is like crazy for him. We will see our children healthy. We will see a world free from this disease. And those that mock us will then use their mouths to thank us when we have saved the city. You have failed the city. Tallest of men, go. And with your hands, hold up the sky. Okay. Was it? No, someone might need to help Miss Odishi. I think she fainted the moment. Yeah, I figured as much. Wow, even Mrs. Langtree is clapping. Are we? What's Herb chanting? Who are we? The tallest of men. Who are we? The tallest of men. Tallest of men. Tallest of men. You all have the rest of the day off. We'll see you tomorrow. Either he's too good to be true, and there's something wrong, or he's going to die. Because this one was at the start of the game. I've never seen Mrs. Langtree move that fast. Orvo, you want to head up the tavern? Production's gonna show up and show what these hands can do. I'm good, Herb. I'll catch you tomorrow. It's just us. Should I go to him? I don't know. Do you want to go to him? What happens if I wait? I don't know. Go, I guess. Mr. Avadine? Orvin Zanri? Man, I can't believe you know me by name. I mean, how many people work for you? And it was so cool how you named all of them. I mean, Herb and Mrs. Langtree told me you were good at talking, but I mean, I think everyone felt pumped after hearing that. Did you come up with that on the spot? What do you think? With all due respect, sir, no way. Perceptive. Did you want to speak to me, sir? Do you want to talk in my office or sit outside? Office? I guess your office? Very well. I feel like I chose wrong. One moment. What? Can you do magic? Recreationally. It's nothing amazing. I have none of the intelligence of a wizard or any of the skills of a sorcerer. But you have charisma of a warlock. Do you? Is he a warlock? Are you a warlock? I'm usually a warlock. That's crazy. I wouldn't have expected that from you. It's a blessing and a curse. He's definitely a warlock. Isn't the difference between the two just what spell you choose? Or who you use it on? Well, I'm sure this door is happy to be so safe and secure. I'm assuming that's what the spell did? It's not going to change me into a spider, will it? Have a seat. He didn't say no. The spell will do no harm to you. It only keeps the door magically locked. We've had our fair share of lockpicks. But this way, only I can dispel it. When do you dispel it? Never. The spell continues so long as I am capable of casting it. Isn't that tiring? Doesn't that mean you don't sleep? Thankfully, as a passive effect, sleeping or awake, it requires very little for me to maintain it. In Germanon, I used to have a buddy that could talk to plants. You would think that trees would be like, chill, but they're awful at keeping secrets. Those leafy bullies are the biggest squealers I know. Germanon is a fine town. Why did you leave it? Well, it was really hard because I love my grandma, and I've got my friends there. But there's so much more to this world, you know? The city is such a different place, with so many different people, with different lives. And why my factory? This feels like you're gonna join the fan club the other lady is in. Your work? Your work. This might sound weird, but this factory kinda gave me the life I have now. Hmm? When I was young, I was really sick. Like I couldn't get out of bed sick. And a lot of magic and non-magical doctors came by, and they had some stuff that would help, but they were all so expensive. And the cost was okay with my grandma and my grandpa, but when he passed, we couldn't keep up. But then we heard about Avadine's elixirs, and now you were mass-producing these potions so they could be cheaper for people like me. We weren't sure if it would work. I mean, this was over a decade ago, when the idea was new. We bought some, and my grandpa prayed hard, and here I am. You cured me, man. I didn't cure you. There's no thanks needed. The elixirs were made by skilled wizards and technicians. Your grandmother was the one to care for you. And it was your body that was able to fight through the disease that was keeping you down. I'm glad my products were able to help. And I as well, in some remote way. You mentioned Avadine's elixirs in your application. I mean, I had to. I wanted to work in this factory. And Grandma said that it was good to distinguish each application from the rest, but I swear I wasn't lying when I said all the nice things I did. To other places, yeah, but not for here. This was always my first choice. Orwin, I accept your application because your resume was moving, and I wanted to grant you the opportunities of the city. But I do not want you to stay in my factory. Huh? You are intelligent. You are compassionate. You are driven. You are extremely hardworking. You are young. These can all be better used elsewhere. Sir, am I being fired? No, you will stay as long as you see fit. And that should be as long as you are learning and growing here. If you recall, I said production's assets were their strength and dexterity. Yours is your mind and heart. Seek other opportunities, Orvin. Mr. Aberdeen, if I've only been here a month, how are you so sure you know me? If I'm this good, why would you want to get rid of me? I do not want to get rid of you. I have 2 young children, Lynette and Maddie. As a father, I would feel it to be disservice to you if no one told you how much potential you have. I would hate to be the cage that keeps you from greatness. Oh, he's so going to die. I don't know you like your grandmother does, nor am I claiming to. Though I had not formally introduced myself, I have been looking over your work. I quickly heard about the young man who accompanied Mrs. Langtree and helped with her tasks. Miss Odisha rarely has anything to talk about aside from herself, but she did not fail to mention how quickly you picked up skills, and how eager and respectful you were to work here with the other workers around you. And Herwin has never been this focused, likely because you have given him an example of a young person with a goal in mind. I do not know what you would want to pursue, but I suggest you think about what it is that you really want. Because I know that with your mind and heart and body, you can achieve whatever you set out to do. Then why not the lab technicians? Or I could move up to the administration. You would want to work in administration. No. Obviously, if either of these positions are what you desire, then pursue them. But somehow I doubt that any of these positions would be what you desire to do if my name or factory were not attached to them. Orvin Zanry, look at me. You are an exceptional young man. I'm very proud to work with you. But I'm even more excited to see where you go in the future. And I advise that you not drag your feet waiting for your future to meet with you. Opportunity will be here before you know it. Is that opportunity? It is late. You should get something to eat. I would suggest all bread patisserie for a quick meal. Shoot, I didn't realize I had taken this much of your time. No, it was me taking your time. Thank you for indulging me. Are you walking out too? I will stay a bit longer to sort things out before tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Averdeen. All that you said, it means a lot. I'll really consider it. Of course, though I doubt I'm the first to have said this to you. No, Grandma beat you to it. As she should. Good night, Mr. Averdeen. Good night, Orvin. He's so gonna die. What a crazy day. Wouldn't have expected Mr. Averdeen to invite me to his office. And that he could use magic. What do I want to do? Probably eat. I guess I want to get dinner. Mr. Averdeen mentioned a ABP, and Herb might still be at the tavern. Where should I go for dinner? Oh! I can try out ABP, or I can go home. Construction site shop. ABP, okay. Mortuary. Police station. Bluebird's Bakery. Orphanage. Church of Sovereign Father and Holy Mother. All Bread Patisserie. Main. Shop. Home. Factory, tavern, hospital. Okay. I guess I'll try the cafe chain. If it's good enough for the Averdeens, it's good enough for me. This building reminds me... This exact building and exact street reminds me of a place in Switzerland. It was like a... It was also a bakery, actually. When you went inside, it had like really old school vintage furniture and stuff like that. I've seen a bunch of these around town, but I've never actually been inside one. I thought someone like Mr. Averdeen and his family would want to eat like rich food, but I'm glad to see he's a man of taste and culture. No one is above fast food. It's nicer than I thought it would be. Oh. Is he see-through? Oh, never mind. Welcome. Oh god. Welcome to All Bread Patisserie. What a welcome. But it's kind of a lot for every time someone enters the cafe. So how... See how you breathe with your gut? And you speak it out with all of your chest. Wait, they're practicing? Also, dang, when the man slaps his chest, I could feel the vibrations from here. Boss, you have the biggest chest I've seen in all of humanity. If auditory output is measured by chest volume, you must be therefore conclude that I cannot and can never match you. Do not be intimidated. I will hand all my power to you, so you have our combined strength. Come on, let's try a welcome. Welcome to All Bread's Patisserie. It certainly was something. And I've never seen someone with gills before. I wonder where he's from. The ocean? See, Blight, your words punch harder every day. I do not understand how this is desirable. Rondo, if you have a good idea, an idea you've thought about and you really believe in, it's important that people hear you speak that idea. Are you now in conversation with yourself? This is very confusing. I thought verbal communication was mainly used interpersonally. Please do not switch between the two. That's a quote from my brother. And I believe the same for you, Blight. I want to make sure that people hear you. I have had no complaints about the audio of my person. And with continued practice, you never will. Oh my god. Boss, I fear that if we keep this customer waiting, they will leave, and the very thin margin of profit we managed to obtain will diminish. Oh my god. Blight, we don't have a profit margin. I take pride in my calculations. Every quarter we break even. How is this place open? Hi friend, sorry for the delay. The name's Rondo Impoli, and I'm the owner of All Bread Patisseries. What's your name? Are you new here? I'm Orvin, and I've been in Ventreville around a month, but it's my first time at an ABP. Great to meet you. Since you're new, here's a meal on the house. How is this place still in business? Blight, give him the special. The special? Close, but you're gonna add more oomph to it. The special. Oh my god. The special. Perfect. The special has been labeled spicy bread. Spicy bread is a bread with a spice of your choosing on it. Oh, I see how it got its name. It was a collaborative effort between the boss and myself. Both of you. And it tastes good. I learned from the best, so it can't be not good. Okay. Please select from the designated list of spices to put on your bread. The selections change daily to promote returning customers. Dashi, salt, paprika, cumin, cinnamon. Ah! Cinnamon roll. Cinnamon? The correct choice. Oh, yeah! The other choices were insane. I'm gonna need some water after this. Oh. Somehow, it's better than I expected. I finished the bread. Spicy bread may rotate spice options, but the quality and satisfaction remain consistent. How? Proprietary. What in Grandma's kitchen happened to make a slice of white bread with a random spice and nothing else tastes good? Maybe the bread is just good. And that was surprisingly filling? Nothing magical is going on with the meals, right? Like, I won't end up a frog tomorrow morning for eating this. No magical substances are put in this, and no enhancements have been performed on the bread. Why would we want to turn over customers into frogs? I just can't believe that this would taste good. You gotta have some sort of magic to make this work. Does love count? No! I put no love in the bread. I somehow believe 100% this guy didn't put any love into the bread. Blight! I have never put any love in the bread. I never will. Love does not have any flavor additives that would enhance the product. It's not about the flavor, it's about the feeling. Clearly, love does not need to be added. The product, without any love, evoked good feelings in the customer right now. We'll work on this. Come back another day, and your bed will be filled with flavor and love. I'm gonna have to come back, because this is actually breaking my brain. Truth is often mind-altering to humans. It's just that good. Glad you enjoyed it. I must depart. Someone else wishes to order bread. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize there was someone waiting. Wait, I don't see anyone. Godspeed, Blight. He's just... Don't tell me. No matter which AVP you go to, he'll be the one to serve you with a smile. Another AVP? Guarantee. These people are nuts. I think I have to lie down. Are you okay? You want me to carry you home? No! Carry? Well, I guess he could. This dude is massive. Wait, would he actually carry us home? Wouldn't you need someone to watch the store? Blight will return if someone comes here. What? How does Blight do that? Plus, I don't want you passing out on the street at night. That's not safe. So, what do you say? I'll take a ride. Do I want this man knowing where I live? Let's go, piggyback. If you're offering, I have had a long day. I'll take the ride. How do you want to be carried? Oh my god. My default is business. But Tingao always gets upset when I do that to him. You carry more people home? What's in the bread? Tingao? He's my favorite nephew. My only nephew, but that doesn't make him any less of my favorite. I can do princess, fireman, and piggyback. God damn, princess carry me, let's go. You're the one doing the heavy lifting, literally. If you prefer princess, then I'm a princess. Everyone should be treated like a princess now and then. Do I get art of him like princess carrying us? No? Ah. You work at the Avenue factory, right? So you live in one of the Rhett's apartments, right? You're on a first-name basis with Mr. Aberdeen? My brother was closer with Rhett, but I guess we're on friendly terms? Was. Yeah. My brother, Bungo, died 2 years ago. Oh. That sucks, man. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Though the world is worse off without him. Oh no. He was a great guy. You would have loved him. Everyone who met him loved him. He was incredible. His son, Tango, is just like him. The way he talks about Bungo and Tango is so warm. Do you have any family here? Nah, I'm from Germany and I lived here with my grandma. You should have lied. You should have told your grandma lives nearby. My grandpa too, but he died 8 years ago. No parents? My grandma. But as far as my biological mom and dad, I've never met them. Huh, me too. Except no grandma. Grandparents, parents, brother, teacher, role model. Bungo was all of these for me. Oh. So it's just you and Tango now. Yep. Tango and I never met his biological mom either. But Bungo would beam when he talked about her, so I'm sure she's an amazing woman. Even though Tango's never met her? We don't know why that happened, but I'm sure she'd love to meet him if she could. Bungo never chose poorly. I always wish I had a sibling. You sound like you really love your brother. With all my heart. That's sad. Oh! I think we're at our destination. Thanks, man. It was a real nice ride. Surprisingly comfortable. And it was really great getting to know you and your brother. Of course, Orvin. I had a great time. I'll come by APB again. Safe travels home. I hope it's not too far. Please do. I live on the top of the big APB in the middle of town. Why am I not surprised? Night, Orvin. Good night, Mr. Empoli. Mr. Empoli? After that heart-to-heart? I'm Rondo. Good night, Rondo. Night. He's a good guy. He's something. He's just Princess carried you home. Home sweet home. What's with these eaten carrot stems? Well, by the looks of things, whatever was here, it's long gone. I guess there's nothing I can do about it now. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Call your grandma. Call grandma. Before I call grandma, I'd better shower. Ain't no way an Avadine employee gonna be stanky. Are you gonna forget to call her even though I just reminded you? Ah, love a good shower. Now to call grandma. Let's see if she remembers our new call time. She forgot. Child, why are you calling me so late at night? Grandma, I told you this morning. We're going to call at night now. This way you don't have to wake up so early. But I'll have to go to bed later. Ain't it the same difference? Kind of. Grandma, you know you have trouble sleeping anyways. This is better than you having to wake up at dawn. I guess you're right. Look at you, looking after me. She's so cute. I know I love doing it. And I am a lovely sight. Of course, Grandma. I guess this can be nice too. I like waking up to the sun and my son, you know? You pick up the play of words? Gotcha, loud and clear. But now I get to hear your voice lull me to sleep. Maybe this is the melatonin my body actually needs. Let me tell you about my day. Oh, that's sweet. So that's what I'm thinking about. What I want to do. Who I want to be. Pretty big stuff, right, Grandma? Grandma? She's asleep! Good night, Grandma. Love you. Well, at least she fell asleep. It's a cloudy night, so it's nice and dark. But hopefully tomorrow has bright and clear skies. Clear skies. Clearance. I hope we get clearance. I don't know what I'll do if I ever miss Aberdeen or Mr. Gungard if we don't. I hope. And he's asleep too. Now that I called Grandma at night, I've got some time in the morning. I'll make my breakfast and then I'll think about what to do. Who doesn't love some French toast, fresh fruit, and some honey and whipped cream? What do I want to do? If it's not in Mr. Averdine's factory, then I'm not sure what I want to do. I just want to help people who can't help themselves. If I didn't use what I have now to help others, I don't know, it would feel like all the Grandma and Grandpa did were in vain. Are you burning that house? Well, I guess you can strike out Chef off the list. Talked so much game and I forgot Splatterguard. Well, I'm not going to make any headway thinking in circles like this. Might as well do something productive, like eat. Let's make something that Herb and Mrs. Langtree would like. What do I have in my fridge? Let's see. There's heavy cream, butter, various cheeses, broccoli, peppers, asparagus, garlic, onion, eggs, blueberries, and strawberries, and yogurt in the fridge. And in the freezer, I got shrimp, chorizo, and the skirt steak. Oh, and this ice cream. That is nobody's but mine. Parents got some bow ties, spaghetti, and little shells, tomatoes. Also got some bread and rice and sweet potatoes. What to make? Steak is a safe bet, right? Steak, tomatoes, onions over rice sounds pretty good if you ask me. And I'll pack some spices so that Herb can guess which ones I put in. Alright, all set. What? Why did the music stop? It's time to go. Let's go. The results are in today. Walk boldly, Orvin. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Tallest of men coming through. You know, I always thought that these wonderful smells were from the various ABPs throughout the city. But after seeing Rondo and Blight, there has to be another bakery making these smells. Toxic. Mrs. Langtree, you beat me. I know. I was worried something had happened to you. I don't remember last time I beat you to work. Because first day you came here, you were waiting for at least an hour. I was so curious, so excited. And look at me now, already slacking. No, child, this is good for you. I'm proud of you. I've got a surprise for you. I made you an herb lunch. Sweet thing, what are you wasting your time on us for? I mean, I had to make lunch anyways. It'll be a good ego boost if you guys like it. I know it'll be delicious. Thank you, Orvin. You're welcome. But I don't want this becoming a regular thing. Erwin will become dependent on you, and he really should be doing things on his own. And I have food of my own. My boys already waste so much of my food. Oh, whoa. If looks could kill, Mrs. Langtree's sons would be with Grandpa. Well, this would be a special treat then. I hope you enjoy it, Mrs. Langtree. I will. I really will, Orvin. Thank you, sweetie. I'll take the second floor and basement. You truly are a blessing. Oh my god, here we go again. Is she still like riding high because the guy noticed her? I bet she is. Alright, let's get this going. Compatriots, a blessed morning to you all. Good morning, Miss Odishe. I hope you're feeling okay today. I know you fainted yesterday. That can be good for you. Orvin, well with you. My body could not be better as I have gained the acknowledgement of Mr. Avadine himself. Miss Odishe, as a production manager, I would expect that Mr. Avadine knows you. Don't you guys have meetings? Monthly. However, he acknowledged me to the entire factory. Now everyone knows that we are in relation. You're not. I don't think that's what you said. Perhaps not yet, but soon. Wilhelmina will be an Avadine yet. Is your goal really to be a homewrecker? Why are you so fixated on the Avadines? Miss Odisha, when did you start liking Mr. Avadine so much? When indeed. Believe it or not, it was not at first sight. Really? Years went by when he was simply my boss. But then he started taking on increasingly prestigious and impressive projects. And his wife also held office in the church. And then, as I saw his true potential, I realized that I had yet to reach mine. But with him by my side, I would become great as well. Do you just admire him? Miss Odisha, so anticipate greatness from Wilhelmina. It is an inevitable future. I mean, I think you're already pretty great, Miss Odisha. I don't think you need to wait for that to happen. The single manager will marry the most renowned man in the city. Okay. Orvin! Come here, child. What happened? Yes, Mrs. Langtree? Let her be, child. It feels wrong, Mrs. Langtree. I don't like how she talks about Mrs. Avadine and Mr. Avadine and their kids. It feels wrong to leave it be. Like, I don't want it affecting them. Mr. Avadine has to work with her. And it can't be healthy for Miss Odisha either. Sweet Orvin, The boss's marriage won't be ruined over Wilmina. He's tough, you know that. And she's got enough sense to not bring this nonsense directly to him. She's infatuated with the idea, not the actual Red Evandine. So when she's actually working with him, she's pretty normal. Or normal enough for her nowadays. That's good. I'm glad it doesn't affect Mr. Evandine. But this mindset can't be good for Miss Odisha. What is Wilhelmina to you? A co-worker? Wrong. She's your boss. She's our manager. You can't do this for her. You are a recently hired child who wants to remedy the illness of your manager decades older than you. It's going to take a lot more than you to help her, child. Trust me on this one. It can't be good for her to be this delusional. It really feels like she's living in a different world than us. It must be lonely. I'm sure she is. But whatever happiness she has is good enough for her. Otherwise, she would have given up, right? Okay. Poor Miss Odisha. Orvo. Herb. Orvo, my head is killing me. Someone went a little too hard at the tavern, huh? Ugh. It's your own fault, boy. You knew it was a weeknight. Mrs. Langtree, please don't speak that loud. My head is killing me. Why don't we switch places today, Herb? The hot shop is, you know, hot and loud. The box station will be cooler and dark and less noisy. Hopefully a lot less things bother you. Okay, Doc, look at you. Thanks, man. I'll take you up on that. Orvin? Don't like the Doc nickname? Let's just stick with Orvo. Say less, Orvo. Sorry, man. Didn't mean anything by it. No, of course not. No, don't worry. Let's get working. Does he not? Why would that bother him? Because he was sick as a kid. Somehow I got through the morning shift barely. Let this be a warning for you, boy. You get away with this because you're young. But give it a couple of years and it's not going to be viable anymore. True. Mrs. Langtree, you're joining us outside for lunch? Don't get used to this. My old frame can't handle sitting on the hard stone stairs every day. What's the occasion? Orvin? Surprise! I made you both lunch. Dude, no way. I hope you like steak, onions, tomatoes over rice. That sounds amazing. Eat up, guys. A little token of my thanks for making my first month here so great. You truly are too good, precious child. This is incredible. I'm glad you guys liked the meal. Dude, it's so good. Oh, before you finish, Herb, I've got a game for you. Huh? No, not the spice game. I'm gonna suck. You can play too, Mrs. Langtree, if you want. What is the spice game? It's when you guess which of these spices I used in the meal. I'll pass. I think I've got this down. Is this how you get good at cooking, Orvin? Initially, my grandma used to play with this with me. Here, Herb, you can smell them. But none of them smell like this. Just try to guess one. Salt? Pepper? Come on, those are a given. Try to get one more. Dude, this is how you get good at cooking. Just try and take a bite. Here, I'll just make it between three choices. It's either garlic powder, cumin, or oregano. I don't taste the cumin. I don't know what oregano is, but I don't think it's dire either. Yes, you're right. It's garlic powder. That's the biggest secret. Everything tastes good with garlic powder. That's a fact. Thanks, that wasn't too bad. So next time, you can cook for Orvin. I still think I'm far off from that, though. It's all steps, and this was the first one. You don't have to be this excited. Trying and risking failure, that's what tall men do, right? You're so right. Hey, we'll definitely pass this time, right? Our track record doesn't have the same confidence as you. Come on, Mrs. Langtree, we have to do well. I mean, didn't you hear Mr. Avadine? What do you think, Orvin? I think all we need to do is trust in Mr. Avadine and in Remedium. I think if things don't work, we should probably look into Remedium. Look into Remedium, what do you mean? Like something's wrong with the product? I mean, if it doesn't work, we could probably look into it. Not that I don't think things won't work out. Not you, Orwin. You love Mr. Aberdeen. Not love. But I'm trying to be realistic, Herb. If we want this project to succeed, we might need to help it out a little. It'll work out. Remember, it's not a what, but a who Mr. Aberdeen believes in, his tallest of men. Herb, it's not just that we're tall. We have gifts that come with responsibilities. Like, we have to help because we have opportunities and talents to help. Remember, the tallest of men are there to hold up the sky. We just work in production, Orwin. That's for those in the upper levels to work out. But I feel like we're not helping out if things continue as they are. Then that's their problem. So don't let this job take over your life. It's not your responsibility. True. You both are such buzzkills. Come on. True. What's good? What's good was the meal Orwin cooked for us. True. That was great, dude. Time to head back to hear the good news? Thanks again, boys, for having me for lunch. Thanks for joining us, Mrs. Langtree. I hope it's good news that's waiting for us. Where's Mr. Aberdeen? Everyone. I think Mr. Gungard is trying to get everyone's attention. Everyone, please. Someone really has to teach him how to yell. Everyone. We have failed again. Oh. Oh no. No way. And what is management going to do this time? Mrs. Langtree, as you all know, we will make adjustments and continue forward. Bull. You said that the last 2 times. Mrs. Langtree, I have mouths to feed at home. I need some security in knowing this company will be profitable, and profitable soon. I haven't forgotten about how magical beans fared after 3 attempts. Magical beans? One of our previous products, a bag of beans where each bean had a randomized magical property. Wait, that sounds rad. Good or not, the project was killed because it never passed its review. Oh, what? I didn't know that. So 3 failures is a lot. Let's not forget that Mr. Aberdeen said yesterday, guys. Yes, let's. This is merely a bump in the road to success. We will receive the notes from the apotheca once more and move onward from here. I'm leaving. I can't stand this nonsense anymore. Mrs. Langtree. Everyone, let us man our stations once again. More than anything before, we need to be steadfast. Here are the adjustments for production that needs to be done. Mr. Gungan will be informing the laboratory technicians of their adjustments. And Mr. Aberdeen, who has stayed overnight, will return tomorrow. For Mr. Aberdeen. Forward, compatriots. Toward success. Did Mrs. Langtree actually leave? Yeah, she seems really upset. That's not right. I mean, I love Mrs. Langtree, don't get me wrong. But she knows nothing else can be done, and that everyone's trying their best, right? I feel like she's never happy with how things are. No, let her be. Herb, she's been here for longer than we've been alive. I'm sure she just needs to blow off some steam. But it's not good for the team morale, you know? Neither is failing all the time. Maybe, but Mrs. Langtree is still her own person. She can be upset when something upsetting happens. I mean, we're all upset though, but we just have to do what we've been doing. If you keep doing what you've been doing and there's no success, then you're not doing the right thing, no? Orvin? Do you think if we keep doing the same thing, everything will be fine? Yeah, Orvo, don't stress. I swear, it'll all work out. Like how magic beans worked out. A fluke, a fluke. Come on, how can you compare beans to a cure for the devil's lung? You're thinking too much about this. I'm not sure I agree. I really think that if something's wrong, we're gonna have to do something differently. Have you been doing anything differently? I'm sure we have. We've been doing what Mrs. Odisha and Mr. Gungand have been telling us to do. Herb, have you been doing anything differently? Have you noticed any changes? Has anyone told us why things aren't getting approved? Orvin, chill. Dude, I just work in production. I don't know. But it feels like no one knows. Why would anything change if we aren't doing anything differently? Why are you coming at me? What, is it my job to be nosy and second-guessing my superiors? Orvin, you came here a month ago. How about you back off? Or what, you think I'm stupid? No. You think I'm dumb just because I'm not calling the shots? Because that's not my job, Orvin. And in case you forgot, we have the same job. Just because Mr. Avenue said your name once doesn't mean you're better than us. Herb, I didn't say anything like that. I'm sorry, Herb, really. I didn't mean to offend you. Genuinely, I don't think you're dumb. And I don't blame you for things not working. I'm sorry too, Orvin. I shouldn't have yelled. I just don't get what you and Mrs. Langtree want. What do you want? I just want things to work out. I think we all agree that we want that, but in order for things to work out, I think I'm going to talk to Mr. Gundon and Miss Odisha. And I don't expect anyone else to. This is just for me. I just want to know. Okay, Arva. We cool, Herb? Yeah, we're always cool, Arva. Brothers fight, right? Now we're officially brothers. Couldn't have asked for a cooler brother. Thanks, Herb. You got it. Or bro. Oh my god. That's incredible. Is it official? You bet, or bro. Oh lord. I'm going to talk to Miss Odisha and Mr. Gungand. Herb. Alright, I'll be here. Always here for you, man. Miss Odisha? The young Orvo, have you sought my company for comfort in these trying times? I guess. Miss Odisha, I want to know why the approval was denied. The apothecary's notes are delayed to Scion, and then I relayed its actionable steps to production, okay? Same response as earlier. Can I see the documents? How audacious. No. Those are proprietary. If she won't give me the reports, I have to get the information through her. Quick wit. If I want more information, I think I'm going to have to cater my words to Miss Odisha. She likes it when I sound like her. But I gotta make sure I'm pushing for more info because Miss Odisha can talk for a while about nothing. What do you wish from me, young Orbo? The personage who contests us, I guess I could use some comfort? I'm just wondering who would be so audacious that they might contest with us. I mean, we're trying to do good in this world. What more can we do? Indeed, the crusade we champions for health. Unfortunately, those who don't understand are disinterested in our pleading. But by law, we are unable to progress without their approval. I can't believe it. Indeed, those brothers are truly troublesome. What brothers? Brothers. There probably aren't that many apothecas run by brothers in the city. I won't push further. I don't want her to catch on. Well, I'm sure things will work out. As it always does for victors. I should probably talk to Mr. Gungard as well. Mr. Gungand? Orvin Zanri. If you have some time, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about... At the announcement, you... Sir? You're so quiet. Don't do that. Don't do what, sir? Sorry, I didn't catch what you said earlier. Do not speak. Seems mad. What did I do? Do not speak over me. You raised your voice to the crowd on my behalf. Don't do that again. I'm your superior. Then be superior. Sorry, sir. I didn't mean to undermine you in the slightest. The crowd was rowdy, and it can be a loud guy, so I thought it could be helpful. You weren't. Yes, he was. Sorry again, sir. I'll mind my business next time. Good. Mr. Gungan, do you mind if I ask you something? Yes. Is it really necessary? Oh boy, off to a fantastic start. Talking to him might be tough. Should I direct or indirect? Indirect. I was wondering what your thoughts were on the results of the review. My thoughts are that the reviewers are idiots, but I know the process by now. We just need some numbers. So they didn't like some of our numbers, but of what? If we need more products, rest assured that we'll do our best in production to make as many as we can. Shut up, you don't know anything. Production doesn't know anything. Just keep your heads down and keep quiet. That's the best you guys can do. So it's not production numbers. The lab then. That makes sense as to why Miss Odisha didn't seem to know the specifics. Do your job. Goodbye. He's leaving? Do I push? No. And don't think you can go above me in this. What is he talking about? Sir? I know Everdeen talked with you. I've been his right hand in his company since Remedium was created. Know your place. I swear, I never thought about asking Mr. Evolution about this. Sure. I'm just warning you that he won't believe you over me. I wouldn't expect him to? Good. Keep your mouth shut and get back to work, kid. Oof. Oof. The lack of self-esteem is stanky in here. Well, that went poorly. What's this paper on the ground? Mr. Gunder must have dropped it after getting so worked up. No way. Oh shoot, that was loud. It's a review of Remedium. Do I keep it or return to Mr. Keep it? Grandma must be with the gods on this one. Thanks, everyone. Time to embrace opportunity. Let's see if I can understand any of this. Oh my lord. Oh. Yikes. What is all of this? Alright, let's see. In regards to the approval of Remedium. We at the BNT Apotheca believe that the drug Remedium fails to meet the standard of the Magic and Medicine Academy, and thus cannot be municipally approved by public distribution. Below are the practices that the product Remedium fails to meet. Title 20, Chapter 2, Subchapter 6? Part 1703. The drug of medicinal product in question must have a variable set of humanoids in order to be distributed to the public. The varied aspects of the subject must include, but are not limited to, age, species, race, sex. We at the BNT Apotheca believe that the Remedium has not been tested on a sufficient number of adult subjects ages 20 and older. Okay. The participants of the trial submitted as proof of safety must have their health and side effects documented after the trial is completed. These documentation must continue past the trial itself, and depending on the class of the drug or medical product in question can require decades of research. We at the BNT Apotheca believe Remedium to be class 3 drug as it fails under the classification of risk origin. Medium origins deal in forensic pathology and not botany or magicry. The BNT Apotheca would like subjects to follow for at least 10 years after the trials of the drug before consideration of public distribution. We have taken into consideration the animal trials and have lowered the request from 50 to 10 years per the appeal of the Scion Gondard PB. Until the above criteria met, Remedium is denied municipal approval for public distribution as it has not completed the above guidelines outlined by the Magic and Medicine Academy for safe drugs or medical product. This letter has been written and reviewed by below apothecaries that have been certified by MMA. Babinski Jones and Throckmorton Jones. Huh. So it needs to be tested on subjects ages 20 and older. And they need documentation on someone who is like 10 years along. I'm guessing our guy is 10 years along, but that doesn't help with the first issue. Remedium's origin deal with forensic pathology. Forensic? Isn't that what we do with to dead people? I don't know anything about forensic materials in Remedium. That definitely does not get to production. Oh. BNT Apotheca, I got the name of the shop. Let's see what else it says. Fails to meet the standards of MMA. Yikes, yeah, we gotta reach MMA safety standards. I know shops that won't sell anything that does not reach MMA standards. Uh-oh, titles, chapters, and subchapters of a book of law or something? Oh boy, they must be talking about rules and regulations, and that's way over my head. Curse all this magic stuff. Oh wait, a summary. I'm saved. We at the BNP Batika? Yes. That's super weird. I wouldn't thought we would have had that enough kits for this kind of trial. I would have thought we wouldn't have had enough kits for this kind of trial. What do you mean? Uh-oh. Tile, chapters, subchapters, a book of law or something. 10 years? 10 years before public distribution? In 10 years, everyone will be wiped out by the devil's lung. We can't wait that long. Babinski Jones, Morton Jones. I've got the apothecary's names. Okay. Oh, PPM. Ah, it's definitely a title for someone who deals with magic. I think. Proficient in potions and magic. That's what that stands for. Nice, nice. Look who knows a little bit about magic. Oh man, this is getting real. But it's so nice reading tangible things that need to be done. Why did management keep things vague when there are very real things outlined that we need to do? Should I talk with the Jones brothers? Wait, isn't that going over people's heads? Can I do that? I'm just some guy on production that's been here a month. I can do it. All that may be true, but I'm some guy who was raised by the best grandma in the galaxy. I'm some guy who is just trying to find out the truth. I'm not trying to cause trouble. I'm trying to understand. I can do this. I'm not wrong. I can do this. It's time to go. Oh, cute. B&T Apotheca. I'm assuming it stands for Babinski and Throckmorton. I'm about to meet the people with the coolest names I've ever heard, and who are magic certified. Super magic dudes. And these guys are going to take the time of day to explain magic bureaucracy stuff to me? A guy who doesn't understand Mr. Avenue's door? Grandma, I'm trying. Grandpa, help me. This is not what I was expecting. Jones Brothers? So is the idea that you are a horse to, like, the bone? Or is it that the body is shifting and shaking to become the horse? Well, that's the debate that wizards have been having for decades, right? It just depends on whether you align with the naturalist camp or the intellectual camp. Right. Right. Is the horse from the earth, or did our minds make the idea of the horse, which then made the horse real? Well, I'll say on my end, if the horse is a shift and a shaker, it'd be much easier. A lot less power to shift things around to be a horse than to change them entirely to horse. Throck, you absolute madman. We're going through with this? Oh yeah. No more horsing around, Babs. I should probably get their attention. They seem pretty into horses? Excuse me. Hey there, welcome to Babinski and Throckmorton's Apotheca. We promise to meet all your medicine needs, or without magic. Yeah, what ails you, my friend? I'm Throckmorton, but you can call me Throck, for short. And I'm Babinski. We're the Jones brothers. Ah! I somehow did not expect these two to be working in an apothecary. Sorry to bother you both. My name's Orvin, and I'm from the Avadine factory. I noticed that you two were the apothecaries in charge of Remedium Review, and I wanted to ask you guys a couple of questions. Hold your horses. Did Sion send you? You want someone new to yell at us? Yes, we have detailed the requirements and offered our guidance on how to redeem up to par. But Sion has rejected and rebuffed and ridiculed all such offers. Oh, Mr. Gonga never told us that. He never even mentioned you guys. I'm here by myself. Sent from myself. They probably wouldn't even like that. I'm here right now. So, if not as a representative of your company, then why have you come here? I wanted to hear what was wrong with Remedium for myself. Straight from the horse's mouth? Directly from the muzzle, huh? You like him, don't you? Nay, whether I like him or not is irrelevant. I'm kindred with him. We are of the same soul. What is with the horse puns? I will make sure he is heard. I'm sorry. Do they just like horse pun jokes? Oh boy. But sure, Buckaroo. You're backing the wrong horse. What do you mean? Honestly, Remedium is weird from the jump. And that elusiveness your boss has about the products is persistently throughout the entire process. Orwin, Remedium needs more time to be proven to be safe for people to use, and your bosses probably didn't think that fact was great optics to maintain morale. They have to have a tight rein on the information they disclose, so you all aren't discouraged. But we were very clear with what the adjustment needs to be made so that the product could be safely approved. But knowing Sion, a nod is as good as a wink to a blind horse. What? I'll just ignore that. I read it. This document, right? Yes, sir, that's the ticket. Do you have questions about it? About the forensics. So what's the part about forensics? Ain't that about dead people? Forensic pathology, which is about finding out how people died. So you found dead people parts? In Remedium? Steady there. We weren't implying that, no. If you were telling us that, then that is highly irregular and Remedium must be shut down. No, I just thought that's what you guys were saying. The papers don't say that there are dead people parts in those potions. The problem is that the papers don't say that what Remedium is at all. Yes, we're saying that the Avadine's research as to how to eradicate the devil's lung started as autopsies. Which is fine, Orvin. That sort of process is not unheard of. Okay. It is just confusing as to how the medication came to be from these experiments. Is it a plant horse or is it a magic horse? He's stretching it now. Exactly. Is the Remedium potion botanical in nature or magical? Don't they write that in preliminary made of Gungandium? I heard it was an organism Mr. Gungan found that could kill the disease. Gungandium is the thing we're trying to identify. What is Gungandium? Organisms isn't specific enough. Disease isn't specific enough. Do you know? No, the compound is already made by the time it gets to me. But can't you test it to see what it's made of? We will. We must. But we are required to know what the nature of the substance is first. The tests performed on magic materials are different from organic materials, which have their own procedures depending on classification. And these are, unfortunately, expensive. The government will not grant our use of these procedures without a ballpark of what the material is first. Can be wasteful. Indeed, this block is very reasonable. So, until we get answers for this as well, we cannot approve this use. Silence beating a dead horse. I feel like I only have more questions. I can answer more questions if that'll help. About insufficient agents. What's the first part about? Not having enough data from subjects 20 years and older? That's exactly that. If you look at the research paper Cyan has given us, it's highly unusual. So you're saying we have a lot of data on people 19 and younger. So like kids and babies? Not enough for anyone younger than 2 years of age, but from 3 to 19, there's plenty. Enough to choke a horse. Everything about this is weird. There isn't any way around asking why your subjects tend to be so young. Did Mr. Gungan say anything about that? Something along the lines of the data being early. They test more on adults in later stages. Which is unusual because usually it's the reverse. Yeah. We make sure things are safe for adults before children. But not immediately unethical. Some diseases are more prevalent in children, so it makes sense that those studies are primarily performed on children. But devil's lung doesn't only affect kids, right? I'm pretty sure anyone can get it. Bingo. I imagine this would be very difficult to explain to the workers, so they avoid mentioning it at all. Until we get numbers in other age groups, submitting these reviews and appeals is all just horse hockey. Whoa. So we're way out from public distribution. Why are we even making products? Seems like your team has put the cart before the horse. This has been a lot. The linguistic horseplay? Nah, that's just impressive. I just don't get why Remedium is so weird. And does Mr. Avadine know about this? Our correspondence has been with Cyan Gungan, so it's unclear how Red Avadine is involved with Remedium. Just letting you know, we're all on the same page. I don't think that's true at all. What he means is that we all want a viable and safe treatment for the devil's lung. We're not trying to burn anyone by denying Remedium repeatedly. If you can get them to release information regarding the contents of the compound using Remedium, Gungandium, yes. And if you can get more data on subjects 20 years and older, and finally, if you can get a follow-up data from the test subjects used in previous rounds of testing, we'll be happy to let the public have treatments for this plague. And also wait 10 years? On the contrary, if we know a compound and get more data on subjects 20 years and older, the process can be vastly expedited. We will need follow-ups each month until around a year out, but this is obviously much faster than 10 years. That would be awesome. It's because if we know the compound elemental composition, it's a much more well-thread path, and less discovery needs to be done. Which also means less long-term studies. You gotta know the long-term effects of these sort of things. We can't have this be a stalking horse. You're just making things up now, aren't you? Surprisingly, not that time. Once these are all settled, then we'll be happy to clear Remedium. But these requirements cannot be budged. Wild horse won't drag us away. I understand. Many people will listen to your advice, since you're an avid employee. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You're right, Trock, but I don't know. Orvin's arrival was unexpected. Perhaps there's hope? Maybe if Siren wasn't a horse doctor. He's a vet? Trock, you genius. Again, we are trying to help the best we can. Perhaps some advice from a doctor would be beneficial to the production. Doctor? Yes, specifically a somatic practitioner, as the devil's lung does not have any magical components. I don't know. I feel like they'll just tell us stuff we already know. Or they'll tell us they don't know, just like we don't. And I'm like, isn't this your job? This is a surprising opinion, Orvin. I thought that since you are interested in medical magic, you would be fond of practitioners. You're still staring. You're stare upset. What? I'm not stare upset. I'm cool. I just have experience with doctors wanting to take my grandma's money and not really feeling better when that happened. Well, then I think it's even more appropriate that you meet this doctor. Her name is Dr. Akili Eclair. The Southsiders call her Dr. Kai. Southsiders? She's in the south of town? Yep, doing great work. She's a real workhorse. Your last name is Jones now. Wonderful to have another mind for banter. I'll always be a Xandri so long as my grandma's alive. But Orman Jones doesn't sound too bad. Ah, I got caught up in the banter. So back to Dr. Kai? Right. Here's her address. It's best to go to her in the evening, as she has clinic in the morning and afternoon. And I would advise you to go tomorrow evening. Obviously, we want to go as fast as possible, but I recall she's out of her office this evening. I believe she's doing some house visits. Don't spare the horse. I'm assuming that means that I should be fast and not that I should kill a horse. Do not kill the horse. Understood. Orin, please go to Dr. Kai. Just as you went out of your jurisdiction to talk to us, please go against your biases and go to Dr. Kai. She's a wonderful woman. No, I understand, Mr. Babinski. I'll go. Thank you, Orvin. I hope this has been an enlightened conversation. For sure, without a doubt. Thank you, guys. Although I don't think I feel better. In fact, I feel worse. You're looking a little worse for wear. Worse for wear. Stretching again. But at least I know now. Truth is often hard to hear, but we won't be able to move forward without it. I'm glad you asked hard questions. And now I get to go to the doctors. It's my lucky day. Chill out, Orin. There's no going back to ignorance. You gotta make hay while the sun shines. Actually, when the sun is down, remember? She'll be free to talk in the evening. She's working during the day. I got it, guys. Thanks again. Proud of you, Buckaroo. Here's our number if you need anything. And visit anytime. Well, that was something. Oh, that was so much information. Alright. Oh, it's nighttime now. Well, that was a huge day. Feeling very bummed and also exhausted. And the best cure for that is food. What should I do for dinner? I can either go home or to ABP. We go to ABP. Nothing like carbs to soothe the soul, and no better place for that than ABP. The strange bread that always drags you in. There's Rondo, but it's not Blight. Maybe they got a new worker? Wait, that seems like a serious conversation. Look, Tango, I don't mean to make you mad. I'm just worried. I just care. Oh, this is his nephew. You're worried? You don't even know. I know you're upset, Tango. I know you've been really upset. Oh man, this is a lot. Maybe I'll just go home. How can you just have him just hanging there? Because I love seeing him smile. He wasn't smiling. Oops, I've been spotted snooping. Hey, Rondo, sorry about that. My friend Orvin. How long have you known this friend for? Since yesterday. I gave him a ride home and we talked about our loved ones that have passed. Uncle, I've told you to keep quiet about that. It's still open. I know, sorry. Since he's not here for people to meet, I just want everyone to meet him. No one ever regrets hearing about or meeting Bongo. and Orwin told me about his grandpa who passed. It happened 8 years ago, but I talk to him all the time. I'm sorry about what happened to your dad. You don't have to do that. Do what? Pretend. I don't want pity. Uncle is not like that. Uncle. Be careful. Please. I'm begging you. I will be. So long as you're... I can't... You won't. I love you, favorite nephew. I love you, Uncle. Be safe. I mean, he does. What? Oh my god, this fucking guy. Sorry about that. He's a great kid. I mean that. He's just a kid who lost his dad too soon. I get that. Grieving and stuff. Angry people don't shake me. I understand being that upset. Don't worry. Things like that don't get under my skin. Thanks. He really doesn't mean it. I know. I used to be that upset. You? Yeah, I had a little mean streak. You got into fights? No, I couldn't physically do that. I'm telling you, with some protein and determination, you can take on anyone. Well, not when I was a kid, and that's why I was so upset all the time. I was thinking things like, why me? This isn't fair. I hate my life. Just really upset about what my life was and what I thought my life was going to be. And I might not have been rude like how your nephew is rude, but all of those words were just stewing inside of me. I didn't say them, but I definitely thought them. So I get it. Don't worry. I trust you when you say he's a good kid. It's just a tough time to be in. But thankfully, the time I'm with you, it'll get better. I sure hope so. You know, if I could hang Tango's portrait on the wall, I would. Seeing them both together, smiling. Nothing better. I'm sure he'd hate that though. Despise it. You're a sweet guy, Rondo. I hope Tango's not too mad at us talking. Tango will be fine. If you keep showing up, he'll have to like you. I like that. Boss. Ah, perfect timing as always. Talking for extended periods of time to someone who is not going to buy food is not conducive to our business. I'll pay. Not you. Angry face. I told you, Blight, Tango is basically the co-owner. Or like, my boss? Boss. Quadrat. Your nephew's your boss, Rondo? That's messed up. Kinda? It's complicated. But I'm the owner of all Brett's Patisserie, and I'm the one who will take your order. Please choose from the menu the items that you wish to put in your mouth. Flip and flop. Bread of the day, see market price. Green garlic bread. The special again. Green garlic bread. I'll take the green garlic bread. So good you gotta say it twice. So green you say it twice. Oh! This bread is structurally sound. Duly noted that the baseline is structurally unsound bread. Bake the bread in the way that has been instructed to me. Oh, it's pretty good pesto. Honestly, not a bad idea to merge it with garlic bread like that. You act as if your input will make an impact on the menu items. Ah, sorry, bad habit of mine. I just really like food. Why? Why wouldn't you like food? I have no opinions towards food. Haven't you tasted something that just makes your day? Something complex and so enriching that it just makes you feel good? No, of course not. You look like you lead a flavorless life. Why is your face so stoic? Or haven't you eaten something and thought, whoa, if I could taste love, it would be this? No. Love is a concept. You cannot taste concepts. Well, or haven't you been surprised by something you ate? Just like, oh, I never thought of this combination of taste before. Every time I eat. Isn't that intriguing? Does it make you curious? That's why I'm so hung up on spicy bread. People are intriguing. They make me curious. Why do they enjoy sustenance so much? How have they turned function into pleasure? Well, because it's something you have to do all the fucking time, so you might as well enjoy it. Why is something that can be done efficiently and in solitude often done socially? 2 birds, 1 stone. We all gotta eat. No matter who you are or where you come from. We all gotta eat. Intriguing. Intriguing enough to let me know what's wrong with spicy bread? In no way. Enjoy your meal. Rondo. Orvin, tell me the secret of spicy bread. Your other foods aren't weird, so what gives with spicy bread? I mean, it's exactly as advertised. Bread and spice of your choosing. Bro, seriously. It doesn't taste like just bread and spice. You can't tell me that it does. I think of it as the minimalism of bread. That's not how taste works. What's the secret ingredient? Love? No. No. But come on, we talked about this. And I have made clear that my position will never be compromised. Wild stallions couldn't drag you away? Oh, you've met Throck? Yeah, that guy loves horses. More than anyone I know. Horses. Oh, the muscular hoofed quadruped mammal with a long face. Ah, yes. Throck and Babs are fun guys. Really smart. Do you get the magic stuff they're talking about? Nope. I get the horse stuff they talk about though. The more confusing of the two options. You just gotta go up to one. I swear, it won't kick you. That's not true. It can. Their musculature says otherwise. Untrue. They don't hit me. You're just as big as one. They see that if they were to hit you, they would injure themselves. They would shatter me. I would blight on this one. Animals just gonna give space. I gotta bring you both to a zoo one day. Extremely enticing. I love zoos. So does Tango. You should see him at the petting zoo. Touching animals is permitted? Some. Others definitely no. Are horses in the petting zoo? Small ones. You can shrink animals? No, not like that. They're just born small? Isn't selective breeding like a really long-term form of shrinking animals? I guess we can shrink animals after many generations. Highly inefficient. Oh shoot, it's getting late. I hate staying close to closing hours for shops and stuff. This store is open until 9 p.m. and until 9 p.m. people are permitted to stay. There's no time when this is more permitted or less permitted. Yeah, make yourself at home. Don't worry about us. I feel like I already have. Good. But I should head out. I don't want to have you have the cart carry me home again. I enjoyed it. Me too. But I gotta use these legs or else I might lose them. How can you lose something attached to your person? You can lose anything. This is true for you. Come back anytime, friend. Come back and purchase more items on the menu. I will. Good night. At least someone's making sure they have some revenue. Hold on. I think I gotta talk to Grandma. I know it's a little early, but you should be expecting your new nightly calls. Pick up, Grandma. Hello, my favorite son. Grandma. Orvin, you won't believe it. I had the best night's rest last night. You really are the melatonin I need in my life. Our talks really just put me at peace. I'm glad, Grandma. Uh-oh. That tone. What's wrong, Orwin? What? No, I'm fine, Grandma. It's nothing, Grandma. I'm fine. It's really not a huge deal. If I'm living on my own, I should be able to handle this. Sounds like nonsense to me. You can't pull this on me, Orwin. Your grandma's been in the business too long. The business? The business of Orwin Zanry. So tell me what's wrong. I think I'm really confused. My bright young boy? It must be awfully twisted to have you this upset. I just... Breathe. Slow and sure. Is he gonna tell her everything? Grandma, I don't know what to do. Tell Grandma what's wrong. You know I'll come to Ventreville right now. I got my little bag and these legs and I'll be there. Thanks, Grandma. Sorry, this is so dumb. I don't know why I'm crying. Excuse me, I will not take any of that. This is dumb nonsense. If it's making you this upset, it's very important. I love you, Grandma. Words cannot encompass how much I love you, Orwin. So, let Grandma help you. What's wrong? It's just been a really hard day. What happened? I feel crazy. Crazy how? Because you're one of the most grounded and bright boys I know. I feel like I'm trying to do the right thing, right? I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to know what's going on. As you should, right? But no one else is doing this. And no one wants me to understand things. Who? Everyone. Literally everyone at work, Grandma. Herb and I got into a big fight because he told me to keep my head down. And it killed me, Grandma. He's older than me and he has been here longer and I respect that. You know I respect that. I know, Orwin, I know. But keeping my head down wasn't right. You can't keep your head down when things are wrong. So I had to disagree with Herb. I had to. And he thought I was saying he was stupid, which I never did. I've never thought he was stupid once. And I felt like doing the right thing hurt him. You're right. Even when it's hard, especially when it's hard, we need people who are strong enough to do the right thing. Zanrys aren't people who stand by doing nothing. but it doesn't feel like I'm doing the right thing. I feel awful, and no one wants me doing it. I tried talking to my management and my direct supervisor shut me down. It's so frustrating. Miss Odisha is so useless, Grandma. Orvin. I know, Grandma, I know that's a mean thing to say. But really, I don't think she knows what's going on at all. And that scares me. I'm doing her work. And then the other supervisor, Mr. Gungand. Oh no, not him. He hates me. Like, it seems like he's got beef with me, and I've done nothing to him. Nothing. It really feels like he hates my guts, and is looking for reasons to hate me. Like, he got upset that I told people to quiet down so they could hear him better. And he chewed me out for that. So obviously, he didn't tell me anything either. But what's worse is that, and the thing that's making me really freak out, is that at least Miss Odisha genuinely has no clue about anything. But Mr. Gungand makes me feel like we're doing something wrong. Like he's being secretive because he knows what we're doing is wrong. And that's really scaring me, Grandma. I just wanted to help people. I was so sure I was helping people. And now I'm sure I'm in such a mess. Miss Gungan dropped an important paper and I read it. And I didn't understand it, so I took it to the people that wrote it. And the people that have been denying remedium? And they're good people, and they gave the most transparent answers that I've gotten so far. And it was so nice, and so awful. Because if what they're saying is true, then I think remedium is a really scary place. And the thing so many people have been putting their hopes and dreams in, what I've been putting my hopes and dreams in, I don't know if I can trust it. Especially when everyone at work is being so weird about it. I don't want to do it anymore, Grandma. This ain't right. You shouldn't have to be doing this alone. What about that Mr. Averdeen fellow? Can you tell the boss about this? I'm scared. To have remedium be where it is, Mr. Averdeen has to either be a Miss Odisha or Mr. Gungand. Truly ignorant or he knows. Grandma, he was my hero. Now. Have you talked to Mr. Averdeen? No, he went home because he pulled an all-nighter. Well, ignorance and malice are very different beasts. And if they've been lying to you, then maybe they've been lying to him as well. Maybe. And I'm not defending the man. I don't know him. And if he hurts you, he's not going to live. He's not got long left to live. But if you should probably talk to him, Orwin. A man who says my child is exceptional and deserves better? Well, he must have something straight. I'm just scared. I know. But even though everything about this is so hard and you feel like no one is helping you, know that I'm so proud of you. My son, doing what's good and right in the world, even when no one else will? I couldn't be happier. I wish I could give you a big old hug because you're doing so well. Thanks, Grandma. I really needed this. I know. It's been hard. I love you, Orwin Zandri. I love you so much, Grandma. Thank you. Keep at it. Keep your courage. Grandma's always got your back. I know. And I'm very lucky. The luckiest. No, that would be this Grandma over here who's got the bravest boy in the world. Now get some rest, child. You deserve it. And you'll need your strength. Right. Not done yet. Rest well, child. Talk to you tomorrow, Grandma. Ah, my ear's itchy. Nothing like talking to Grandma. So lucky to have her. I should shower. I wonder what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I guess I'm stuck at the doctor's. A nightmare. I guess I can't be too mean towards Dr. Kai since I've never met the woman. Maybe it was just the doctors in Germanon. Maybe things have changed since I was sick. I don't know. If I find out she's taking advantage of Southsiders, we can't be friends, and she's not touching Remedium. Should I prepare questions for her? Will she know what's going on? Nah, I'm not going to put that much effort into this. It'll be what it'll be. Ugh! I can't sleep thinking about doctors. I feel like I'm going to lose my legs. Get it together. You're acting like a loser. Give her a chance. Do you think that you're smarter than Mr. Babinski and Mr. Chalk? No. So just buck up. Stop whining. Talk to the doc. She's just a doctor, not even going as a patient. Literally not worth losing sleep over. Go. To. Bed. Oh, that works? Oh, I wish it would have looked like that for me. Oh my god. Time to go. You can't be afraid of the doctors forever. Every day I just have to do my best. Tallest of men. Oh my god. So what's gonna be our motto this morning? Alright. Every day, I just have to do my best. Trust your gut. Gotta take it decision by decision. Doing what's right, Orphan. That's all you gotta do. At least every morning I can smell bread. And that's a good smell. This is true. And no matter what happens to me yesterday, the smell of fresh bread is still good. Ooh. I still have cinnamon roll though in the freezer. And whenever I pass by ABP, I got this love-hate thing going on. Love Rondo and Blight is great. But there's something about that spicy bread that's going to cause me to die early. Whether it's the bread or the stress that's special is definitely going to make me out. Take me out. Oh man, is Miss Langtry even coming to work today? I didn't even think about that. Better safe than sorry. But if Mrs. Langtry does show up today and I'm not there, I think that it would be better if I soften the blow before management shows up. I don't see her waiting for me, but I usually get here first. I'll just squat here until someone comes. The door's open. Oh, she's here! Mrs. Langtry, you're here! I'm glad I wasn't left waiting for long. I wish I wasn't. Well, I'm glad you're here. You're just glad someone is here to open the gate for you, so you're not loitering outside the factory. I mean, that's definitely part of the reason why, but not at all. How are you doing? Today? Well, as good as I'll ever be. How about you, child? I know you had high hopes for Medium. I'm not so sure anymore. Honestly, I don't know how I feel. I feel like treat denials is a lot, and at some point, you have to wonder what's going wrong, you know? I understand that, child. And at this point, I'm tired of asking these questions. If the higher-ups aren't worried, why should I waste my breath? And I'm going to let them get in the way of me providing for my family. Is that all we can do, though? Give up? What's the point in caring more than your bosses? Do you know how many years I've spent trying to understand Wilhelmina and what she does? And you know what I've come to realize? What? That it was a waste of my damn time. And Cyan is no better. I don't want to be anywhere near that guy. That's good instinct. Yeah, I get that. Well, it's a new day. A new day, but the same work. I'm glad to do it with you, though. Ah, Orwin, come here. Our hugs are always so warm. I'm glad to do this with you, too. Good to know I'm not the only one with a head on their shoulders. Well, I learned from the best. Nothing's gonna happen to her, right? She'll be fine, right? Or bro. Oh god. Herb. Trying out the new nickname? Feels good. Rolls off the tongue. Hey, Mrs. Langtry. You feeling okay? As good as any day. I'm glad. And I wanted to say, I'm sorry, Mrs. Langtry. Hmm? For what? I didn't get why you left early yesterday, and I was talking rude about you. But after talking with Orwin, I get that everyone deals with things differently, you know? It doesn't bother me that much, but it does bother you, and I gotta respect that. So I'm sorry, especially since you're my friend. I should care more about you than any team morale we have. Erwin, I'm surprised. You impressed me. I appreciate and accept the apology. I'm not going to lie. I don't have a ton of friends like you, Erwin. Though that's probably because you remind me a little too much of my boys. But you were mature and big enough to apologize for something that I wouldn't have even known about. And I commend you and appreciate you for that, Herb. I truly do. Thanks, Mrs. Langtry. I'm glad to be your friend. As am I. Oh, Orbro, I meant to tell you. Hmm? I heard from some guys that we're going to be submitting our reviews to different apothecaries for review. What? Why? I heard that the one we're sending it to might have it out for us. There's always something after us. Where did you hear that? Just some guys in production, but I'm pretty sure Mr. Gundam and Miss Odisha says the same thing. They're lying. I'm going to talk to Miss Odisha then. You'll definitely hear about people who got it out for us from her. Sure thing. Tried sparing you the conversation. I appreciate it, but there are some things you can't escape. I need more information. I don't know if Miss Odisha will have any information or any of the stuff Mr. Babinski mentioned in the denial, but maybe she knows something about Mr. Gund. Hi, Miss Odisha. Hello, young Orville. How have your spirits been since our last talk? Oh, you know, as well as I can be. How are you and Mr. Gundam doing? The wind is in my sails and I continue towards our destination, unperturbed by any waves that push back. And Scion as well. Scion. For what reason do you ask this inquiry? An opening, maybe my only one. Do I push? I'm not sure if there'll be another opportunity. But if I make her upset, it might turn out worse than if I hadn't tried at all. Quick wit? I gotta be careful with what I say. I know Miss Odisha likes it when I talk like she does. Are we not compatriots? Indeed we are, young Orville. Nice, got it. And it is truly unfortunate Scion does not share the same understanding and kinship as we do. It is as if he does not understand the ship he helps in sailing in. Oh my god. It is as if he does not understand the ship he helps in sailing is one towards the greatest victories imaginable, and that the wind that pushes us forward will not waver. But whatever, just rolled with it. Of course. Where's Mr. Gundam? It is not fair to have you sail the ship by yourself. Surely astute of you, young Orvo. He is absent as he always is in the morn, always tardy at Scion. I'm paranoid. His door is always locked. Makes sense, that's where all the important documents are probably. How do I get in? The repetitive situation of needing something of his and it being inaccessible due to his absence became so bad that I had to forge a replacement key. Ah. Truly manning a ship by myself. Wow, Miss Odisha. But wouldn't Mr. Gunn be mad if you found out that you've done that? Indeed, an ingrate and hothead. Truly an unpleasant man. Luckily, this forethought has not escaped me, and I have hidden it near his office so that blame cannot be directed my way. Bingo. Oh good, I'm glad he won't find out. I've been a victim of Mr. Gungan's bereavement several times, and it's not fun. The trick is to elevate your speech so that his drivel is overpowered. It is not difficult, considering his muttering is incomprehensible to begin with. She's not wrong. Looks like being loud isn't such a useless skill, but I should get tips from Rondo. Duly noted. I hope your morning goes smoothly, with or without Mr. Gundam. Thank you, young Orville. Compatriot. Time to see what Mr. Gungan has been hiding. Oh, are we doing this? Oh my god. This is a bad idea. Time to look for that key. Where's Miss Odisha's hiding it? It has to be pretty good if Miss Gungan hasn't found it yet. Under the phone? Is it behind this painting? What's this? A small pole with a hook. What should I do? Guess I'll keep it. I'd have a small pole with a hook than not. Where? This gun keeps the shades down. I can't see anything. But it looks like the lightings are off. I guess he really isn't here. Man. Oh? Maybe under the door? Oh, whoa, I feel something. Should I pull it? Pull it? I think I can pull it off. Ah! Yuck! It's gum? Gross! Disgusting! Oh gosh. I'll take Miss Avenue's weird magic door over this one. What the heck, Mr. Gunland? Oh man, I hope you didn't put it there. Miss Gunland, that's nasty. Okay, don't think about it. I gotta focus. Ah. I gotta wash my hands at some point. Well, it is locked. Yeah, MissKatonik isn't the type of guy to leave his door unlocked. Where the heck? He said near his door, no? Near his office. Oh? Anything hidden in the lamp? Ah! Maybe I shouldn't be looking directly into a light bulb. Okay. I don't... Always grateful for these during the cold autumns. Let me take a peek through all these cracks. Is that a key underneath the radiator? Use the hook. What if I use this? Ah, just a little further. Got it. Hopefully this is the key I'm looking for. Let's do this. I'm in. Let me turn the lights on. Do you live like this? Whoa. I guess it makes sense that his office is smaller than Mr. Avadine's. But this place is so messy. How does anyone find anything in here? Well, I need to be fast. Let's try and find as much as we can whatever time I have. It's locked. Oh, great. It's full of loose papers and books. I don't even know where to start. Loose papers? I guess random papers? Looks like there's a mix of documents from a lot of different projects here. Oh, maybe this is important. It's a letter from the church? The church? The 2nd of Aquarius, so this was written 8 months ago. High greetings on behalf of our sovereign father and beloved holy mother. The longest greeting I've ever heard. That's crazy if they gotta do that every time they write a letter to someone. As the letters I have sent directly to the Viscount Ritter Avedine has gone unnoticed. Viscount? Dang, I know no one calls him that anymore, but I always forget he came from nobility. Oh, he's a noble? Also, 5 letters were sent before this one? Though if the letters were put in this room, I can definitely see how they would have gotten lost. The results of the church's deliberation impact the production of Remedium greatly, but do not affect the day-to-day of the clergy in the slightest. So why the church appears to be in great effort to deliver this news that the Adeline factory is to receive it is beyond me. Yo, this church dude has no show. But I'm surprised the church has anything to do with Remedium at all. No one told me anything about the church being part of this. The initial acceptance and agreement from the Ventreville location of the church was not in accordance with the astrocate of the great church body. The decision made by Father Sutik have been disavowed as heresy. Whoa, the father of the church is backing Remedium? Was considered heresy? I guess that makes sense. I wouldn't expect the church to be involved in this at all. And as this is the 2nd instance of heresy committed by Father Sutik, she has been stripped of her divine power to make final decision as the father of the church. Oh! 2nd instance. Dang, Teak, my grandma should talk to you about the divine parenthood. She'll straighten out your theology like she's straightening out the wrinkles in her skirts. Decisively and with some forceful shaking. This will be my final letter, as the church's stance will not be changed. The church means business. Or this one guy in the church means business. I, Asato Akeshi, on behalf of the Holy and Sovereign Church of Ventreville, refuse any further dealings with the Avadine factory. Cessation of support from the church to the Avadine factory is effective immediately. Yeah, why the church was ever involved with us seems very weird. Definitely conflict of interest and all that. This Mother Akechi guy definitely isn't playing around. If you have any questions regarding this judgment, please consult our gods first, as they can respond to you the fastest considering their omnipotence, omniscience, and omnipresence. Did they really just say, pray about it? It may take 5 or more letters to correspond with me. Not the callback to the 5 letters. This mother is kind of savage. Maybe I should go to the church more. This is kind of hilarious. Note to self, don't mess around with Mother Asato Akeshi. He'll definitely sass me to shreds. I wonder why we were involved with the church at all. Who reached out to who? Weird. Oh? Looks like there's open letters in the trash. These are all the letters from Mr. Truck and Mr. Babinski. Probably on how to improve the production. I should take these. Let's open them up and read them. Oh. Looks like this was written 8 months ago? The same month the church letter came out. I know it's not good to change horses midstream, but these horses are MMA certified and we hope to help you make the safest and most efficacious products possible. I can already tell who wrote this letter. Good to know Mr. Chalk is consistent with his talking and writing. That must mean he even thinks in terms of horses. For the future, we would advise that you go through MMA and not the church for any medicinal or magical product that is not divine. The meeting was going to be approved through the church? How does that make any sense at all? That is so strange. I assumed it was, I don't know, funding or something that the church was providing. The Jones brothers are much better fit for Iridium. I'm glad they're on board. I hope this change in plan is not discouraging. I know you're saddled with us, but we're saddled up here and ready to provide you with everything we have to help whoever we can. 2 saddle idioms back to back. Mr. Trock, you madman. It's not like Babs and I don't have a horse in this race. And though we can give you free rein, we do want your product to succeed. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us. They're such nice people. It's a shame that we haven't collaborated with them more. Why won't Mr. Gunn talk to them? Let's read the next one. I wonder if Mr. Trock writes all the letters. Leo. If they reached out in Leo, that means they tried contacting us recently as a month ago. I can't believe no one ever told us we had this resource. I understand that you see correspondence with us as tiresome, but please, for the sake of Remedium and for the city, I urge you to heed our advice. Definitely Mr. Babinski writing this letter. We wish to spare you the effort and time of rewriting reports and resubmitting requests because until Gungandium is defined, we will not approve Remedium. They mentioned this before. I can't believe Mr. Gunn sent the review even knowing that it would be rejected if they didn't tell them what Gungandium was made of. Feels silly thinking that we had a shot of moving on to distribution reading these letters. You declined our previous offer to appeal to the government to fund Apothecas to section and study Gamedium, but I am once again offering the alternative that if you do not have the time or research to do so in the Avidine factory. Oh, this is the expensive process Mr. Babinski mentioned. I guess they can appeal for the funding to get the testing done. Whoa, they're willing to go this far? What are we doing here? Once it has been established, we can expedite so much, so please, Scion, provide us with the makeup of the compound you christened. Babinski and Stockholm Morton Jones. It feels like Mr. Babinski and Mr. Stock care about making Rebellion the best it can be more than we do. That's messed up. Oh, they both tried really hard. He didn't even open the letters. Since he thinks they're trash, I guess I'll keep them. Your request is being processed. Meet me at the rendezvous point. Oh, this is from like at the start of the game. S, your request is being processed. Meet me at the rendezvous point on 10 Libra at dawn. M. That's all it says? I'm guessing S is Scion, but who's M? Looks like that what happened today. This feels weird. What's the shipment? If it was for something official, wouldn't we like purchase order slip or something? Unless it was for something personal. I don't like this. If he's been up since dawn, I hope he doesn't show up today. This is so crazy. How are there signed and certificate documents on the floor as well? Ugh, let me just see if there's anything familiar on any of them. Looks like there's a paper from a bit ago. It's from the government. This guy can't organize shit. Gemini. Okay. I'm pleased to announce the city... Okay. I'm pleased to announce that the city of Ventreville has approved a medicinal grant to the Avidine factory in the production of Remedium. The Avidine factory will be given... Oh. Wait, they got funding? Oh, sweet. I didn't know we got a grant. is a lot of money, man. We should get a raise. If no progress in the production of Remedium is made between the first installment and the second, 200 gold will not be delivered until Remedium completes another milestone. The second milestone was around 3 months ago. Maybe that's why people are getting antsy. It's because we won't get the second installment of money until we are approved. Due to the urgency of the product and the amount this grant is providing, this grant is subject to the following conditions. Oh, that's why it's so much money. They're trying to speed up finding a cure for the devil's lung. Mayor Ernest Lee signed this. I guess that's who the mayor is. I should remember that. I'm a resident of Ventreville now. I knew that a lot of people were help making Remedium work, but it's way beyond the factory. The city truly put their hope and faith into our product. Huh. Okay, so only the books left, I guess? Let's see. A bunch of books that seem too magical and too fancy for me to understand. Prestige, Eating Rich, Managing the Mediocre, How to Herd Sheep, excuse me. Well, I feel like that explains a lot about Mr. Gundam's management style. I expected there to be more about magic and potions and stuff. Maybe he keeps those in the lab? There's something else. Huh. Oh, is it broken? Oh, wait, here. Yesterday was circled, probably referring to the review. This calendar also has an M written on it for today. Must be the same M. Who are they? What are they supplying? I think that's all I can find for now. It's so disorganized and messy, but I think I did my best I could. Oh, we're getting caught. I was right about you after all. Oh no. Orvin Zanri, how did you get into my office? Breaking and entering, are we? I gotta be at my sharpest for this. Get ready, Orvin. He wants to find a reason to fire you. Quick wit. I didn't break in, and the lock is perfectly intact. So how should I say I got into Mr. Gundam's office? I gotta be careful because of how I say I gotta help me, okay? I didn't break in. How'd you get in then? What should I say? The door was open when I got here. Impossible, Zanri. I lock it every night. Well, I'm not saying you didn't, sir. I'm just saying someone opened it before I got here. I know you did it. And I'm telling you I didn't. Alright then, who opened it? Well, I have no idea about that. I just saw it open. And I have no idea how stupid you think I am. Oh, very. Oh no, I'm not. Oh, it's not you who's stupid, sir. I would never. I'm the stupid one, as I'm the one that can't remember. It's not going to work, Zarni. I know you're not this dumb. Unlike your friend Tambor. What? There you are. Was wondering where the act would drop. But yeah, if Tambor had said all that, I wouldn't have bat an eye, the idiot he is. Herb isn't an idiot. He's one of the best glassblowers you've got. Come on, let's use our brains. He's baiting me, but I can't let him talk about Herb like this. We're done here. I didn't break in. You can't prove either way. And I'm not going to listen to you talk bad about one of the best production workers you have. Oh, but I'm your superior. I dismiss you. Not when you talk badly about your employees to the other employees. You're not a manager. You're scum. Oh! Did you call me scum? That's bold coming from you, Zanri. Apologize, maggot. You're scum for talking about Herb like that. Zanri, you're a pain in my side, through and through. Why is he laughing? Well, I guess I can fire you for being in my office. But you know what I can fire you for? He hit his head with a lamp? Excuse me? You're fired for violence and insubordination, Zanri. I didn't touch you. Really? Well, it's your word against mine. And I'm sure your prints are all over this room. This is crazy. What is the meaning of this? Orvin, He assaulted me. I didn't touch him. He did this to himself. Why would I do that? To frame me. You guys gotta believe me. Odicia, you must fire him. This is violence and insolence. He's trying to get Mrs. Odicia to fire me so it's less obvious he did this to himself. Or it wouldn't hurt a fly. There must be a mistake. Miss Odicia, please. You have to listen to me. Does this sound like anything I would do? I understand your plea. Indeed, this would be highly irregular of you. Odicia, we can't have the press leaking this. We must fire him swiftly. Press? Why would the press be involved? Scion, let's not have the press be involved, right? Orvin Zanri. Miss Odicia, you know he's making this all up. And now he's threatening you? You can't side with him. This wound is very real. Odicia, do you want Remedium to fail? Another failure to add to your sorry life? Miss Odicia, please. I'm so sorry. Wow, this bitch! She knows he's full of shit! Do you want to be fired too, Tambor? Don't, Herb, it's okay. It isn't. How is any of this okay? Leave it alone. I'll figure it out. I'll leave with you. Huh, go ahead. That's 2 birds with 1 stone for me. Stay, Herb. You're a gifted glassblower. There aren't that many opportunities for that around here. But I'm your friend, and this isn't right. Please, for me, stay. I'll figure out something out. Or even no. It's better 1 person lose their job, not 2. Really regrettable. Bitch, you know he's full of shit. You're regrettable. This bitch. I have all these papers with me, though. What just happened? You just met a psychopath. I'm fired? And I guess homeless? Shoot, I've got factory employee housing. Oh, shit. Oh, right. We're homeless. This is so unfair. What am I supposed to do? I guess I could probably crash at Herbs while I figure stuff out. But I wouldn't want to stay too long. I know he's got a big family already. Man. Orvin Zanri. Where is he ghosting around here for? You appear distressed. Where did you come from? Blight. Whoa, you just appeared out of nowhere. Not nowhere. I arrived from All Bread Pastry on my way to another All Bread Pastry. As expected. Why are you pacing back and forth? I just got fired. I've only been working there for a little over a month and I'm fired. They provided my housing, so now I don't have anywhere to live, and my family is from Germanon. And I have some money stored, but I can't live off that forever. Your means of income has been stripped from you, and you are facing displacement. These are large changes you did not anticipate. Why did you do something to risk your employment? For the greater good? I didn't. I mean, not really. I broke into my manager's office, but people do that all the time. But more than that, they just didn't- Wait, wait, hold on. Wait, people don't do that all the time. But more than that, they just didn't want me looking into Remedium, even though something is very wrong with it. And I'm like, are you guys crazy? We'll never pass if we never change. But I think I really pushed some buttons by trying to help Remedium, which makes no sense. Shouldn't we all be trying to help Remedium? I don't believe I should. No, sorry, I meant everyone who worked at the factory. I mean, if our goal was to make the safest and best cure we could find for the devil's lung, why were people so mad when I was trying to make it safer? Why did I have to get fired? What am I going to do? Go to All Bread Patisseries. What? I'm on my way to take an order at another location. I'll go to the main one with Rondeau. When I have these sort of large questions, talking to Rondeau has helped. He may be a terrible businessman, but he's a good friend. Thanks, Blight. I guess I'll hang at ABP. I got nothing better to do. Good. Do not lose your heart and courage, Oven Zanri. Your humanity is a good thing. Thanks, Blight. I'll see you. Yes. And then he's gone. Is he fish? What is he? Well, I guess I might as well see the friendliest face in the city. True. And you're here during the day for once. Let us eat. I hope Rondeau doesn't mind me hanging out. I feel like I've quickly become a regular. But I was closer to closing time. I don't want to bug him if they're busy. Oh. Oh, looks like Tango is here. He's talking with Rondeau. What should I do? Wait. I'll just wait till they're done. You just seem more tense. Is something happening? Don't worry about it, Uncle. Tango, don't worry about me, Uncle, truly. You know I need to know, and I know. I know you're not ready to know. Well, even Rondeau can be that sad, huh? If you want to help me, please just stay inside the complex tonight. I'll be safe there, and I'll be the happiest knowing that you'll be safe. Are you going to be safe? I won't die. I would never do that to you. Tango, please. I need to know, Uncle. Don't worry, that's why I took over, right? Because I can do this. I have to do this. For Dad. And as for the fly on the wall, it's me. How long has he known I was here? Orvin Zanry, 18-year-olds from Germanon. This is the second instance you have eavesdropped on a conversation between Impolis. No, it will be the last. I'm sorry, man. I really didn't mean to. Just as I did not mean to come across the fact that you've been fired. How do you know that? How did you know? You mustn't underestimate me. I know many things, including Olivia Zanry, Darius Zanry. My grandma and grandpa's names? Sandy, Nolan, Keon, Herwin, and Chestnut Tambor, as well as Sage Bernard, Quinn, Jamie, and Darylan Langtry. Tangus, listen, I'm sorry I overheard you talking, but you really shouldn't do it in a public place if you're going to be this weird about it. True. Weird? I'm just talking more since you seem to enjoy listening to me. So hear me when I say, Adelaide Lamont and Ellie Lamont. My parents? I thought you didn't meet your parents. What are you trying to do? I'm a connoisseur of knowledge, and as such, I know when I see someone who is interested in things they should not be interested in. Well, I was gonna say my dad didn't leave me, but my parents died too, apparently. So that. Know that it is everyone's best interest that this remains a one-way street. Am I understood? What's wrong with you, man? Are you threatening me? I thought you would be smart enough not to ask. Tango, this is business. Uncle, defer. We are an ABP, this is my business, and I, as the owner, am saying that you may not threaten my customers. I am protecting our family, against Orvin, against a stranger. This is out of line. Agreed, you are out of line. Let us not forget ourselves. Uncle, I'm sorry. Just be careful. And Orvin, you're a little too nosy for my liking. Watch yourself. Oh, go watch yourself in the mirror, you little bitch. Rondo? Yeah, Orvin? Your nephew's a jerk. Yeah, sorry. He's just like this sometimes. Just really protective over me and his dad, you know? Does he ever chill? Yeah, no, he does. But lately it seems like he does it less and less. Well, I'm sure he isn't having a conniption. He's a decent guy. More than decent. He's great. Truly. Well, hopefully I see that side of him someday. Uncle Rondo. I want ups, Uncle Rondo. What are these? Of course, what's the magic password? Tongo. That's right, Uncle Tongo. Whee! Where's Uncle Tango, Uncle Rondo? Oh, he just left. He didn't know you guys were coming. Oh darn, I wanted to talk to him about this new piece I've learned. I'm sure he'll love to hear about it next time. Why don't you introduce yourself to our friend here? Hi there. My name is Orvin Zanry. What's yours? My name is Lynette, and Maddie is over there with Uncle Rondo. It's very nice to meet you, Miss Lynette. He called you Miss Lynette. Are you a miss? Very nice to meet you, Mr. Orvin. I'm Meldon. I'm their babysitter. Nice to meet you, Orvin. Nice to meet you, Miss Meldon. Must be a rich family if they got you babysitting in that uniform. The same rich family as yours. Huh? Isabel, you work for the Avadines? These are the Avadine kids? Yep. My dad's name is Red Averdeen. Technically, his real name is Redder, but no one calls him that. Only Mom when she's really mad. And Mom's name is Flair Averdeen. She doesn't have a nickname like I don't have one. Wow, that's really cool. What's your favorite part of your mom and dad? For Dad, I like his big hugs. When I'm scared, I can go to Dad's room and he hugs me really tight until I don't feel scared anymore. I just feel Dad's hugs. For Mom, I like when she plays the flute with me. I can play my piano when she plays her flute, and she always says she's proud of me and that she loves me lots. They sound like good parents. The best in the whole world. Even when they tell you to go easy on Maddie in games. It's not my fault he's not as good as me. It looks like you're a little bit older than Maddie. I'm 6 years older than him. Do you think that may be why you're so much better at these games? But I'm better than Meldon at runners too. The card game? Gamma wouldn't let me play because she said it was a game for gambling. But Herb taught me, and it's fun, with or without the betting. Meldon, are you going easy on me? I told you not to go easy on me. What should I say? Don't look at me, man. Dude, you gotta help me. The truth. I think she's onto you. Time to plead guilty. Okay. Lynette, I'm sorry. I'm going easy on you. Meldon. What if I go a little easy on you? We can play for longer. Oh, I do like playing runner. Don't go easy. I'll get better. And then we can play longer and you can play your best. Okay, Lynette. I'll do my best. Good. Sounds like you're not going to be the best runner player in the house for long. Yeah, I think we're in for the presence of the new champion. Lynette, save me. Oh my god. Uncle Rundell, you're holding Maddie upside down. Is he? Isn't this his head? No, Uncle Rundell. That's his butt. Oh my god. Is it? He's a natural with them. You got a great job, man. Yeah, I'm very lucky. They're really good kids. How's Mr. Avenue at the factory? Oh, I mean, it's really great. I really believed in it, and I learned a lot. But, I don't work for him anymore. Oh, no? What happened? I got fired. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Mr. Avenue fired you? Nah, the guy underneath him. I was going to say, that didn't sound like him. I'm sorry about that, man. That stinks. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Are you okay? Yeah, you know, I was going to do something I didn't super want to do today for the sake of, like, remedium and stuff. And now that I'm fired, I caught between whether I still have to do it or not. Oh, well, if it's just for the project, then probably not. Is there another reason you would go? Yes. Yeah, I think so. What is it, if you don't mind me asking? I think I gotta do it for myself, you know? Like, I really want to help find a solution to the devil's lung. It's no joke. Sure? Yeah, so I gotta just do it. I think I'd regret it if I went to bed knowing that I could have helped more and chose not to. That's admirable. I hope that you find whatever you're looking for. Thanks, man. I should probably get going then. Tell Rondo that I said bye. I will. See you around. See you, man. Orvin. I just wanted to say that if you need a job that'll house you, we can do that for you at APB. Just let me know, and you've got a job with us. Really? Are you serious? Yeah, I know it won't be like a permanent thing, but while you find your next job, I'd be happy to have you on the team. Oh, okay. I got like 0 options, so I'll take you up on that offer. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate this, Rondo. No worries. That's what friends are for. I owe you, man. I'll see you soon. See you. He's so sweet. I can see why the nephew is worried. I haven't been down south side since I got to Ventreville. This is south side? Isn't this where the guy met up with the other guy? Grandma rumored about it being scary, but it looks fine. Now where's the clinic? Here, I guess. Just get the info and get out. It's late, and I don't want to stay for long. I'll just ask if she knows anything about the devil's lung and go. Well, I've never been here, but somehow everything is all too familiar. Doctor's office. This is doctor's office. So why is there a skull in the corner? Hello? Oh no. Maybe the doctor's office isn't always the doctor's office. Does that say ear me out? Okay. Alright. Ay. This guy already doesn't like doctors. And the first one he sees after a really long time is in a plague doctor. Which makes sense, there's a plague going on, but I just wasn't expecting it, I guess. Whoa, that's a crazy mask. Is that her? Doctor? Is she meditating or something? Or concentrating? Is she sleeping? Dr. Eclair? Ah, yeah, yeah. Is she sleeping with that thing on her head and she's sleeping standing up? Man, when you're tired, you're tired. How do I wake her up? Quick what? What are some doctor words that she might respond to? Cough? Maybe if I cough, like if I clear my throat? Cough. Cough. Oh! Stand back! I need to get the rest of my suit on. Oh, whoa, I didn't expect that reaction. Are you Dr. Eclair? Yes, I am she. Please call me Dr. Key. Do you have your parents with you? Oh no, I'm not here because I'm sick. Also, I'm 18. I thought I heard you coughing. Sorry, I was just clearing my throat to try and wake you up. I swear, healthy as ever. You won't hear a cough out of me. Great, what's your name? Orwin Zannery. Please excuse the mask. It is protocol that I use it for all patients. How can I help you? Not a patient. Well, I was told to go to you if I wanted to learn more about the Devil's Lung. The Devil's Lung. Are you experiencing any symptoms? If you are, that's okay. That's what the mask and suit are for. No, don't worry, I feel fine. No symptoms at all. Great. No known contacts? No one you know is sick? Not that I know of. I live by myself, and no one at work has been sick. Plus, we're pretty strict about staying home if you aren't well. Okay, so everyone is healthy, that's great. So I came down to my clinic just to learn about it? I was talking with the Jones brothers, and they recommended I talk to you. Ah, Throckmorton and Babinski Jones, charming guys. My favorite apothecaries in the city. You got a partner with good apothecaries to take care of the weird magic stuff when you're just a SP without your PPM. Huh? Shame they're in the north. I've been telling them to open a location in the south side. People could really use their expertise here. Why aren't you in the north? I mean, people don't have as much money here. Money for you to take from them. Let me give you some of my background, and that might help you understand why you have been referred to me. I'm a straight somatic practitioner, which means that I specialize in the body without any magic proficiency. I studied under other prestigious SP who deal with curing infections and diseases, so that's also my specialty. At the outbreak, I was called in as a consultant once the Devil's Lung was determined not to have any magical or holy and accursed elements. I've traveled to different towns and cities and villages to try and provide treatment for the disease. I was highly successful until I came to Ventreville. Because there have been changes to the disease, I have stayed to understand it more fully. And I am in the south side because the prevalence of Devil's Lung is significantly higher with the tighter and less hygienic living spaces. You appear upset. Did I say something that was upsetting to you? It's just weird, you know? The way that you guys talk about people. Like all the study is done on people, right? It feels weird and dehumanizing. I apologize if my language was not compassionate. I framed it that way because she came to me asking about the Devil's Lung, which is a pathogen, a bacteria, a germ. And this exists on its own, outside of people. And if I didn't care about people, I wouldn't be a doctor. Sure. Do you want me to keep going? I don't know. Kind of. Sigh. I am more than happy to share everything I know about the Devil's Lung, which is extensive. But if you are uncomfortable with the setting or with me, I can write it down for you. Or we can move this conversation outside? I can't chicken out. I'm already here. But maybe the outside would be better. The smells here are too familiar. Can we go outside? Yes, let's go outside. You're going outside in full gear. Okay. Oh, this way I can also take this off. Oh, she's cute. Ah, always nice to get it off. So it looks like this was a great idea for both of us. You don't wear it outside? Isn't the Devil's Lung more prevalent outside? But because of the air circulation, the odds of catching it are actually much lower. Oh. Orvin, did you know I actually caught the Devil's Lung? What? And you lived? Yep, it was around 2 months before I came to Ventreville. What did you do? It was certainly tricky. I help treat people who are sick every day, right? But that means I'm also working with a lot of diseases and infections, which, again, is my specialty. And you look people in the eye and tell them what you think is best, and by that point, I had become highly confident in the treatment we had been providing for the devil's lung. I know it worked. I saw people survive. So there is a treatment that works? And yet, when I got sick, suddenly all my confidence shrank away. It was scary, as I was very vulnerable. What if I died? What if I was there? What if I was the outlier, the exception? People believed in me, believed in what I did. What if I die from this thing I'm supposed to be an expert on? Who would take the charge? What did you do? I did what I told all my patients to do, what I knew worked. I took Vercillin. It was a scary 10 days, but it worked. The reason I'm in the south side is because I'm needed here. I'll pay for the Vercillin myself for some patients who can't afford it. Thankfully, it isn't too pricey, just 8 copper. But that's still too steep for some people, and it isn't for me, so I pay. What kind of doctor would let a person die for 8 copper? If I cared about money, do you think I'd be risking my life? I do this because I love it, because I love helping people. I get that. I thought you might. That's why you came to me, right? Yeah. I mean, the Jones brothers were so cool and knew so much, so I thought they were helpful. I knew it would be worthwhile. Even though I hate going to the doctors. Don't worry, most people do. Yeah, and I've had my fill of doctor's visits for a lifetime. So that's why I was being a jerk earlier. It's just some baggage. I'm sorry that you've had bad experiences in the past. It's a shame. I was going to ask if you wanted to be my ward. Like, you want me to be a doctor? Yes, I can see it in you. The initiative, the drive, the need to help people. The compassion, the understanding, and experience of the vulnerability that sickness brings. The curiosity and fascination with the body and how things work. And the humility and open-mindedness to place a person's health over your own biases. You sound like you'd be a great doctor. You got all that from this conversation? Where I was being closed off for half of it? No, I got it the moment you stepped into my door asking about the devil's lung. Not for your sake, not even for the sake of anyone around you. You made that long trip because you cared about what there was a chance your efforts could make a difference in saving a stranger's life, and you took it. Trust me, I really get that, and would love to work with someone who understands that. Someone who understands. Unless you're interested in the more magical medicine route, I can't help you there. I think magic is weird. It's kinda gross, right? Very. I'll study all the bacteria and viruses in the world, but what I'm not doing is even going 50 feet near a curse. You're cursed and you're coming to me? You're dead. I'm sorry, but you're dead and you gotta get away from me. Even apothecary work, like what does the Jones brothers do, is too magical for me. Apparently there's a nomadic Southside practitioner who can do both somatic and apothecary work. It's very impressive. I've tried connecting with him to talk about it, but I can't find him? What do you mean, like he's not in the city anymore? No, he is. He roams around Southside of Ventreville, but he doesn't have a clinic. I think he's said to have a cardboard box. Dr. Kai, are you getting punked? You sure he's real? Perhaps he's not. I'm glad you're here to keep me sane. See, I think we'd make a great team. And I'd pay a house for you too. I'm not about unpaid labor. I did just get fired. Not that you have to say yes or no to shadowing me right now. Just think about it. You came to learn about the devil's lung after all, right? Right, yeah. Have you heard of Remedium? I have. I have outreach to help with the production or be a consultant for it. I was hopeful that Remedium would be able to cover the second phase of the devil's lung. Second phase? That's the whole reason why I set up shop in Ventreville. Usually, I let local SPS take over after I stay a month or so. Of course, I educate them and treat the local people before I go. By the time I got to Ventreville, the patients would be treated with Ventreville and then they would present with neurological deterioration, which resulted in death. I couldn't believe it. Had the bacteria already mutated so rapidly so as to be immune to Vercillin? What would be an incredible rate of mutation and spread considering Ventreville hadn't been treated with Vercillin before this? I haven't heard of neurological symptoms for the devil's lung. My hypothesis is that it's a biphasic disease, that it has 2 parts. But it is very strange that the second phase is only being seen now. That is why I would love to talk to those in charge of Remedium, especially if they're more familiar with the biphasic nature of the devil's lung. Because unfortunately, the second phase is more deadly than the first. what should I do? I'm fired, but if I can get Dr. Keith to talk to the lab, it seems like it could be a huge breakthrough. Well, Mr. Gungan will shut her down too. I'd assume he'd shut her down too. But even if I do connect, Mr. Key wouldn't she be shut down just like the Jones brothers? If I'm doing this, I'm gonna be smart about it, but I still have to do this. I can get you to talk with someone in charge. Really? She must not recognize the A on the uniform. I have connections at the Avenue factory. I can try and arrange a meeting. That would be incredible. Let me know when and where, and I will be happy to accommodate and rearrange my schedule. Whoa, 18 and you already have connections, huh? No, it's nothing like that. I just talk to a lot of people. You're a connection of mine too now. Personable, too. Arvin, I'm telling you, I think a lot of people will be happy to have you as their doctor. Think about it? I'll think about it. Fantastic. It's very late. Do you need me to escort you back to the north side? No, I'm good. Thanks, Dr. Key. I really appreciate everything you've done for me tonight. Hey, glad to help. I get that. I know you do. I'll see you soon. Yeah. Safe travels, Orwin. Stay well. That's not how I expected this to go at all. True. I guess there are some good doctors out there. And maybe I could be one? Ugh. No, I gotta focus. I'm fired. How am I supposed to set up a meeting with Dr. Key and whom? Mr. Gunner will definitely dismiss her like he did the Jones brothers. And Miss Odisha doesn't know anything about the studies behind Remedium. I don't know any lab techs, and even if I did, would they be able to change anything with Mr. Gundam as their boss? Who else? Hello? The boss? Oh my god, I think I have to go straight to Mr. Avedine. He's the only one with the power to do anything, but I've been fired. What if Mr. Gundam tells him I'm violent and untrustworthy? Ask the guy at the bakery. What do I do? Go now? Wait until morning. What happens if you go now? I think I have to go now. It's crazy, but that's the only shot I have. Mr. Averdeen wasn't at work today, so there's a chance Mr. Gunnan hasn't talked with him. Yeah, it has to be Mr. Averdeen. And it has to be tonight. I guess it's time to use these legs to run. There's nothing like your muscles screaming at you and the cold wind cutting up my face. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm getting close. What? Oh, is he just there? Is that Mr. Aberdeen? Mr. Aberdeen! Huh? Where'd he go? I have something to tell you. I lost him? What's he doing out this late? At least I know he's awake. I'll just meet him at his house. Come on, Mr. Aberdeen, just give me 10 minutes. What was he doing? Oh, hello. It is very late. Who is this, a butler? Ah. Sorry, sir, is this Aberdeen Estate? It is. But Sir and Madam Aberdeen are out. Huh? I saw Mr. Aberdeen heading this way? Is he trying to get me to leave? Okay, where are they? I believe Sir Aberdeen said that he and the madam were heading to the church. Church? Indeed. He's not budging. Okay, you're not lying, right? It's really important. This could be a breakthrough with Remedium. All the more reason to head to the church. If they return, I shall inform them that someone came and urgently requested them. Yeah, if I don't see them at the church, I'm coming straight back. So just tell Mr. Avenue to wait for me. Very well. Why are they going to the church? You better not be lying. Man, you're getting cardio in like nothing. Huh? What is that noise? What is happening? The police? The police? I know it's hard seeing this, but please tell us what you were doing and what exactly you saw. Has anyone seen Mr. Aberdeen? Child, please step back. This is a crime scene. I was told to come here, that Mr. Abney was here. His butler told me. Maybe he's in the church? No. He dies. Hello? Oh. Oh, he dies. Is that his wife? You got the true ending. Orphan to the stars. I got the true ending. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, what a demo. Okay. When is this coming out? Q2 2026. God damn. Yeah. It's good though. I was right on the money. He died. Could be he's still fishy, but he died. Fuck. Spicy Bread Productions. If you enjoyed our game and are able, please consider backing us on Kickstarter launching. Is this this is American, no? So September 18th, 2024. Oh, that's soon. As we look for funding to finish Ventreville's story, or consider wishlisting the full game on Steam and following us on our social media platforms as we post our progress in making the full game. I have already wishlisted it. I follow them on social media. You guys should too if you would like the game. Man, what a cliffhanger. A cliffhanger. Oh, there's like one mindless. Curiosity killed a cat. Curiosity killed the cat. I could have died? Lukewarm. Good job. I got the true ending though. Eticia Albos. She was the one crying with the cop. I don't know who this is. I don't know who that is. This is the dude, the babysitter guy. This is the cop. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Well, that was Ventreville, A Cure for Sorrow. Remember to wishlist and follow them and wait for a year.